Hello, hello, guys. We are live. Yes. Welcome to the Geekly Wrap Up, where three guys with a combined 391 subscriber count have real conversations about fake shit. Sit back, relax, grab your nuts, grab some popcorn, grab a loved one, and just have a good time here. I am joined today by a panel of just some badasses. First off, we got Nerdman. What's up, Nerdman? Introduce yourself.
Yo, I'm Nerdman from Hot Takes Tuesdays. Hot Takes Tuesdays is my channel. And yeah, just we talk geek stuff, talk nerdy stuff, talk about cancel culture a little bit, politics a little bit, but in general, we keep it pretty geeky. So that's me.
All right, next up, we have Geek Speak. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on? Come subscribe, like, and hit that alarm bell on my channel on Geek Speak. Talk about geeky things, no politics, no real shit, only the fake shit. So superheroes, video games, anime, all that jazz. And this chicken spaghetti is smacking right now.
Oh, yes. Subscribe to that chicken spaghetti, baby.
Subscribe and you get more chicken spaghetti.
Last up, we have JG Shaolin. What is up, man?
Man, kicking ass, taking names for a living. Hey, did you guys see Power Rangers the movie? That shit is epic.
What is it? What was that?
Dude, I repeat the ignorance again? Have you guys seen Power Rangers the movie? It is fucking epic.
Wait, the new one or like the 90s one?
Oh, they had a 90s one?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I was joking.
I got hit in the head too many times. Dude, I am trolling, dude. Let's go.
No, I haven't. And to answer the question, I haven't seen any of them, and I never will. So, guys, the topics we're going to talk about today are, I'm going to rant a little bit about the Oscars because I freaking hate the Oscars. We're going to talk about Amber Heard returning as Mera in Aquaman 2. We're going to talk about WB trolling Snyder fans with the Josstice League 4K release video. And then we're going to talk about Gardner being cast in the Green Lantern show. So, what did everybody think about the Oscars the other day? Because I don't really have many opinions on it because I didn't watch it. Much like the past few years and many Americans and people across the world, nobody's watching the Oscars anymore. What was it, like 9 million people watched the Oscars this time?
I'm going to defend the Oscars even though I didn't watch it.
Okay. So, what'd you think about the best picture, best actor?
Well, I thought that I've seen now a good lot of the films. So I've seen the ones that won. So I've seen The Father. I've seen Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Important because that's all the winners, man. We should get more winners up there. I saw Ma Rainey's Black Bottom because Chadwick Boseman obviously nominated for that. Yeah. And I've seen Minari and a number of other pictures that were nominated for this year. And my main contention, I guess, is that I thought Anthony Hopkins was very good in The Father, but I don't think he was good enough to take away an Oscar from a dead man who also put in a very, very fantastic performance. And I'm not even a massive fan of Chadwick Boseman. I've not been like, like a huge Black Panther fan. I just saw the movie Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. He's not the best person in it. Viola Davis, that goes to Viola Davis for most outstanding performance in the film, but his is an outstanding performance nonetheless. Mm-hmm. And I think he definitely would have got an Oscar, possibly, if he had have lived. So, Anthony Hopkins still has time to get Oscars but he was very good. He was really, really good in The Father, but just not, to me, enough that you take away an Oscar from a dead man.
Okay.
Apart from that, I thought the winners were pretty good. I really liked. There's one more that was missing, but I want to get into your rant first. But I'm really glad for Yun Yu Hong, who was brilliant in Minari. So I know not many people are going to watch that, but Minari is a really, really good film, guys.
I actually thought about watching Minari. I just haven't seen it yet. The trailer looked very boring, but then I saw the reviews of it and thought, okay, apparently it's fantastic. So I need to see it.
The trailers don't do it surface. I don't know how you could do an exciting trailer about it, but it's.
I know it's just like a family walking around, pulling out some grass and talking to each other. Yeah, I haven't seen many of these movies. I haven't seen The Father. I haven't seen Nomadland. I haven't seen Black Bottom. What's it called? Ma Rainey's
Black
Bottom. Yeah, I haven't seen that, so I can't speak on if who should have won, but Anthony Hopkins is so good. It's hard for me to believe that Chadwick Boseman could have a performance better than Anthony Hopkins with what does he have in it? Amnesia or something?
Yeah, like something like amnesia or Alzheimer's or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But
I wasn't saying he was better, but I'm saying he's dead. And
that shouldn't matter though.
Yeah, it should. Do you really?
It does.
I don't think it should.
It's about awards and performances and stuff like that, not if you're alive or
you're about to go to Heath Ledger, aren't you?
I'm about to go to Heath.
I think Heath Ledger. I don't know if he would have won. He would have been nominated, and I think he would have been close to winning if he didn't die. But I think that's one of the greatest performances of all time, and he might have still won.
One of the greatest performances of all time. Are you serious? Are you like with watching films? You think that's one of the greatest performances? It's one of the greatest performances.
I'll put my chest out right now on the internet and say Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight is one of the, if not the best performance in any movie ever. Fight me.
I agree.
But that's not what
I agree.
We're not talking about that.
I will fight you to the death on
We're
this.
You three agree.
I am a diehard Heath Ledger fan.
The Joker is one of the greatest performances ever.
It's one of the
he's one of the best actors of all time.
Hey, Nerdman, it's one of the 30 or 40 true masterpiece performances where you don't even see the actor anymore, and like that is his legacy. Even if he would have stayed alive, he would be the Joker forever. I don't want to get too much into that, but dude, fight me on that.
You've opened up that Pandora's box. I'm sorry, guys.
And I'm gonna shut it in your face.
Heath Ledger is the best Joker of all time.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, we looked this up the other day. Me and JG Charlene, we did a video Oscars. By the way, if you guys watch it,
I saw something.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. It was fun. But even that year, there was Philip Seymour Hoffman in Doubt, who did an extraordinary performance, and it's layered, and it's about a human being. That look, I'm not saying the Joker isn't, like it was a really fun performance, and yes, he was really good in it, and probably he should have got Oscar nominated. But the fact of the matter is, villains do not get Oscar nominated, or superhero villains do not get Oscar nominations in award season. They just don't. I don't think The Dark Knight was nominated for Best Picture. It definitely deserved Best Picture. The reason Heath Ledger was put into that category was one reason and one reason only. It was that he had died. He wouldn't have been put in. Just like The Dark Knight was not put in, and whatever. More recently, they've been becoming a little bit easier with comic book movies. But you're talking about
he broke the mold.
Yeah,
he broke the mold for that. Geek Speak, JG. What do you guys think?
I think that's BS, man. I mean, he's entitled to his opinion.
Dude, Nerdman is boiling up.
I've told you this like multiple times, Pickle. You know this. Heath Ledger is one of my favorite actors of all time, if not my absolute favorite actor of all time. He's definitely one of the best, and that was one of the greatest performances of all
for one performance.
It has nothing to do with the fact that one performance. Have you seen 10 Reasons I Hate About You or A Knight's Tale, like some of his famous stuff, or Patriot? Like these are great movies that he is in. Brokeback Mountain. He is a fantastic actor.
I'm gonna have to get away from you on that one, but yeah,
you can get all the way away. I will fight anybody. He's one of the best actors of all time, and he was not nominated because he died. He was nominated because that was an absolute bomb performance. Like that was literally, it's just mind blowing the performance that he gave. So of course he was nominated for that.
I think he should. That's not my argument. Here.
JG, let's see what JG thinks about this.
Okay, it's unfortunate that the Oscars didn't come out before he died. Then the argument wouldn't even be an argument, right? And so we look at actors like James Dean, right, who wasn't a great actor, but because he died and died so young.
Are you fucking kidding
let me finish. Because he died so young, he's become an icon in the acting industry, right? And so Heath Ledger, it takes a special actor to play a role and forget that you are that person. Right? When Heath Ledger was Joker, I forgot that was Heath Ledger. I truly forgot it was Heath Ledger. And so I'm conflicted, man, because when you compare, because every movie that's of the pedigree of a Batman, right? You have the Joker. He's going to be compared to the previous actor like Jack Nicholson, right? His Joker is going to be compared to Jack Nicholson. Are they equal? Is one better than the other? Of course, Heath Ledger's Joker to me was a lot better. And his performance is great, and he stole the movie. I didn't care about Batman.
Far better.
I didn't even care about Batman. I didn't care about anybody else. Joker stole that movie. And therefore, he deserved it.
Dude, it was
Nerd man, you're boiling up.
I can see you. Boil up. You're talking about James Dean now. You're calling him an oak. Dude,
besides Rebel Without a Cause, what great movie was James Dean in?
Wait. Heath Ledger himself would say he probably modeled himself on somebody like James Dean.
Did he say it?
Would be like, I studied James Dean to come up with performances like the Joker. That is the most.
Oh, come on, you're reaching out. You are reaching on that one.
How dare you assume anything about Heath Ledger? Disrespectful. And
you guys are going to argue against the Joker, which is probably my favorite fucking performance of a superhero villain movie of all time. I really like that performance. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying that apart from that, the reason he got the Oscar is because he died, man. And there's so
piggyback. Let's piggyback off of that. Do you think that Chadwick Boseman dying was a big part of him getting this one? Like, was his performance much better than Jackie Robinson or who did he play? Who's the guy with the afro? James Brown. Like, was he that much better than that? Like, genuinely, was he that good?
As I said,
I think he was better in James Brown than he was in Black Bottom, and he was great in all three films. But if I get after number 1, 2, 3, get on up to James Brown movie, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and then 42.
Okay. I haven't seen the other two because I'm not a big fan of Chadwick Boseman, but I would say he was really good. He was one of the best performers of the year. There was actually another actor who played Malcolm X in One Night in Miami, who I thought was better than everyone. I thought he was better than Anthony Hopkins. I thought he was better than Chadwick Boseman. He wasn't even nominated. But wow. That's the way the Oscars are. They're a show about politics a lot of the time rather than who did the best performance. I mean, you just have to look back to Edward Norton in American History X getting beaten. Which was crazy.
Nerdman, you are opening up this perfectly for my fucking Oscar rant. The reason I fucking hate these awards, these evil, disgusting, vile.
It's not about who did the best. It's not about who did the best all the time.
So, yes.
Get out on there and talk about their opinion on politics.
So let me open this up real quick, and then I'll let you guys give a retort to anything that I say.
Okay.
As a kid, as a movie fan, I think we all are like, the Oscars are coming up. Let's watch the Oscars. It's fun to have Oscar parties, but like, I gave up on it. The moment that Jake Gyllenhaal wasn't nominated for Nightcrawler for Best Picture in 2014, my world was flipped on the Oscars. That is one of the greatest performances I've ever seen in a movie, period. He wasn't nominated. He wasn't nominated. So I was like, okay, the Oscars aren't holy shit, they're not the end all be all of great acting. It has turned into a kiss-ass, self-congratulatory award ceremony, and a lot of it has become like, who are you? Who do you know? Who did you have dinner with a couple weeks ago? What kind of mood were you in when you watched this person's movie? You scratched his back, he scratches yours. Oh, you haven't gotten an Oscar in so many years? Here's one for you. Like, it's I fucking hate the Oscars. I hate the whole thing about the fucking, oh, the red carpet's coming out. What is fucking Jared Leto? Who are you wearing, Jared? Who are you wearing? I must know who Meryl Streep is wearing. I don't give a fuck who you're wearing. I don't give a fuck about this self-congratulatory masturbating that they do to themselves. And it's not like it's not even as democratic as you think it is, because it's only how many people it was like 100 something people vote on the Oscars, a couple hundred maybe, and a lot of them are old white men, and they have been for the past however many years. If they had actual movie fans, like poll people, let the people who see the movies, not just a couple hundred people, let the millions of people who see the movies vote on the Oscars to see who truly gets the award. Fucking,
Dude.
I wrote down.
No, because it would just be a popularity contest. It will be a popularity.
That's what it is already.
It's like American Idol letting people vote. Like there's
is that
toxic
worse?
people out there on the internet who will vote for whoever they favor more or whoever they don't favor. Like it couldn't be. It'd be too biased, I think.
And
Okay,
then
so each person.
The funny thing is, there's toxic people amongst 100 voters as well. You know, that will vote for their favorite people, and so that's why it's all bullshit. You can never do this with human beings because we're dirty.
Each voter needs to have a psychological evaluation before they vote. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, so let me go on a little bit, and then I'll let you guys get into this.
Sure.
I wrote down a couple times that like the Oscars just baffle me at the decisions they make. Jake Gyllenhaal not being nominated for Nightcrawler was fucking atrocious. Brokeback Mountain lost to Crash for the Best Picture. Stanley Kubrick and Alfred Hitchcock never won Best Director, which is fucking asinine that they could be beat by anybody. Not even one time. Citizen Kane didn't win Best Picture. It lost to How Green Was My Valley. Despicable Me 2 and The Croods were nominated for Best Animated Movie in 2014, but the Lego Movie wasn't. A great movie. And fucking Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump is a fun movie. It's a good movie. It is a great movie. It's not
great movie.
It's not Pulp Fiction. It's not Pulp Fiction. It's not Shawshank Redemption, and it beat both of those.
It's better than Shawshank Redemption.
Now I can, but like even in their own by their own rules, how they like to nominate these very long, dialogue heavy, boring movies. Like they broke their own rule, which I give them a clap on the back for. But because Forrest Gump is it's not the deepest movie. It's not a movie that you would think would win it. But like some of these decisions that they make, it's all about who you are, who you know. Let's fucking pat ourselves on the back for the end of the year. Oh my God, I had to go. Like, and I don't even like talking shit about it because I love movies. I wanted to be a filmmaker, an actor. I wanted to do these things. But it's like, oh God, you fucking went on set for 2.5 months and said some lines, and now you get to fucking get on stage and tell me how to live my fucking life? Fuck you, Meryl Streep.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait a second, you. All right, so there's a lot to unpack there. First of all, yes, you're right about all of the gross kind of, look whose gown you're wearing kind of bullshit. I never watched that. I just watched the proper show, right? I don't find any of that interesting. But as a celebration of film and as a celebration of the best films, I always appreciate it because every year it brings me a certain amount of films that I probably wouldn't have watched. I would have never watched Minari if it hadn't been Oscar nominated. I watched it because it was Oscar nominated, and that's a great point. Not because I was like, oh, it's not, because I want to see like, oh, did they make the right choice? You know, that kind of thing. And I do watch a lot of independent films as well, but like in general, there's a lot of good films that are brought to my attention by the Oscars, and that's why I appreciate it most. And I do think, even though I would say they've made horrific mistakes, and you're right about that Jake Gyllenhaal mistake, which is an example of a villain that is played probably just as good as Heath Ledger as the Joker. by the way.
Maybe better. Maybe better. I can't lie. That's one of my favorite performances ever, dude. Love that performance.
Good. Thank you. So we're on the same page here. And Jake Gyllenhaal has done a couple, like even in Donnie Darko and stuff. He should have been nominated for Donnie Darko as well, by the way.
Overrated movie. We'll get to that at another point.
Yeah, we'll get to that. That's a hot take. All right. Anyway, so yeah, like in terms of that, I always enjoy it, and you know, it's good to have performers, you know, like be awarded. I mean, in any walk of life, it's nice to be awarded for excellence, and usually the performances are excellent or the films are excellent. 99% of them are. There's fluff every once in a while, but 99% of the films I watch from the Oscars are pretty damn decent at the very least. So, you know, that's my opinion. I don't care about their dress and the clothes or their messages for me. If I agree with the message, I agree with the message. If I don't, it doesn't offend me.
So but who are the people who are deeming these the best movies? Now, I agree. Most of the time, they get it right a lot of the time. But and I was thinking, you know what? Why do I hate the Oscars, but I don't hate the NFL honors or the MLB awards? It's because this is all opinion. Like, this is an award for opinions, and it's only a few hundred people talking about it. In baseball, it's pretty obvious who maybe sometimes there's some debate, but if a guy hits 56 home runs, hits 130 ribbies, if anybody here knows about baseball, if you hit 150 ribbies and 60 home runs and you're batting fucking 340, you're the clear MVP. Like in sports, the reason I like those because it's pretty clear who the best player was, who the MVP was, but films are so subjective, and then putting Oscar winner on the front of your next movie can completely change somebody's life when maybe they didn't deserve it, or maybe somebody else deserved it more. Somebody didn't even get nominated, and it ruins their career. And it's just the whole thing just fucking stinks like shit, like dirty baby diaper shit.
Life isn't fair, first of all. So, you know, we can't
really.
But
I didn't know that.
Also, I mean, I'll let you guys speak after this because I just want to respond to this.
Yeah, you guys unload after this.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a word in.
Hey, you guys can vent for a few minutes.
I told him I'm passionate about this. I do apologize. Now I've forgotten what I was going to say, so you can go.
You were going to say that Heath Ledger's performance is the greatest performance in any movie ever, period, and James Dean sucks. Geek speak, you go.
I was going to say this. I'm just going to say this. Sorry. That every year there are like snubs that are just awful, and I especially enjoy nowadays that they are not when they're forcing it in like Black Panther and stuff like that, but I do like that they're looking a little bit more to add like Asian movies, to add like Black directed movies, or you know, other directors from around the world. I think that's a good thing, because if you look at the Oscars previously, that was one of the big things that always got snubbed, was directors of color. And I'm talking about Asian, not just Black. You know.
Yeah, Parasite, dude. Parasite's a perfect example of a movie that wouldn't have won 15 years ago.
Yeah. So that's all I wanted to say. Please, Geek Speak. I'm sorry,
Geek Speak, unload. What do you think?
A lot of what I have to say aligns with the same shit you said, pretty much, Pickle. I'm the same as you. I grew up wanting to watch shows like these because I wanted to see what movie was the best movie, essentially. You know, who won in whatever category, and that in turn, just like Nerdman, made me want to watch the movie. So back when Parasite did win, I probably never would have watched that movie if I wouldn't have seen, you know, what it had won. So in turn, I watched that movie and I thought, this is a great movie. This is kind of weird, but it was a great movie. I don't like the Oscars. Whenever I see award shows like this now that are coming on, I just don't really care. There's no afterthought for it, because it's the same thing every year. They get up, they pat themselves on the back, and then they give a political speech about what they should do. It's all, you know, left-wing agenda stuff. So I just don't care for it. When I watch this stuff, I want to see, you know, this movie wins because it's the best, you know, best picture, best actor, whatever. I just wanted to see stuff like that, but I feel like they've kind of detracted away from that, and they're getting more and more political with every year, and that's just not something that I kind of align with. It doesn't offend me. It's just not something I care to watch. I don't give a fuck about Meryl Streep or Tom Hanks or any of their opinions. I don't give a shit about you. They live on a completely different plane than we middle class or lower class people do. So I don't need you to get up on stage and talk about your opinions because you live a completely different life than me. So don't, just get on and say, hey, thank you for voting me, and then get off the stage, and then maybe I'll start watching again. But the odds are probably not. I just don't like award shows like this. I don't care about them. So that's what all I have to say, really.
Was there a political speech this year that was?
I don't know. I didn't watch. That's the thing. But I just, they have political speeches all the time. Like there's that famous Meryl Streep meme now where she got on stage and she said a bunch of shit, and that was one of the key turnoffs for me when it comes to watching stuff like this, because I don't care about your political views.
Wait, Geekspeak, I'm sorry. The same Meryl Streep who called Harvey Weinstein a god? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Continue.
What did she say?
She called Harvey Weinstein. She thanked God a few years ago in her acceptance speech and said, I thank God, I mean Harvey Weinstein, and everyone laughed and applauded.
Yeah. No, I get that, but I was saying, what did she say? Political speech.
What did I don't know if she said anything politically. I'm gonna have to fucking pull up her fucking speech and watch it again. I know that she insulted. Hey, fucking JG, did you see that when she did her speech and she insulted UFC fighting? She called it. She was like, she was like cage. She's like, if you don't have movies, all you'll have is football and cage fighting, not the real arts. Shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean, okay.
Like that is so. What she said was so. And take out politics, the pretension of it. So fucking pretentious, talking down to people, like saying that your art is better than somebody else's art. Maybe, dude. People don't understand.
This is what the award shows do. This is the lifestyle that they lead. They get all this money and they have all these outlets for them, all this really good setup, and so they have these huge egos built onto them, and they just think that they know everything that is perfectly right for this country and everything that's going on with it. And that's that they just need to just stay in your lane, go rehearse some lines, do a performance, and go back to your trailer.
That's a hot take, man.
Wait a second. Are we not? Is this not the land of the free speech? I'm just as a counter argument.
I'm not saying it's not the land of free speech. I'm saying I'm saying there's a time and a place. Why do you wait till the award show to do this? Why can't you go?
Why do you get to tell them the time and the place to speak what they?
I'm not telling them the time and the place, but why here? Why now? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are watching it, or at least a lot of people were watching it.
Now
it's just like why do celebrities only do charitable things? A lot of them only do a lot of charitable things when big things happen.
I'll tell you,
for the attention that
it's because they have the most eyes on them, and if they really are passionate about something, like when Joaquin Phoenix gave his speech last year, like he was talking about fucking killing cows and taking their milk and shit, stuff that he was passionate about. Right. The most eyes are going to be on when they're giving a speech, but so like I think that they have the right. They have the right to do it.
Was Joaquin Phoenix wrong about that?
I wasn't saying that they don't have the right to do it. I'm not saying that they have to do it in a time and a place. I'm just saying I don't agree with what they say up there when they make it political, and I don't like it. I'm just saying I don't like it, and that's a turnoff. I wasn't saying anything. Let's get
JG in here. I think Joaquin said some pretty good things.
Right.
It was a little too heavy for me. It was just a little. The whole thing is tone deafness.
He's passionate about that stuff. First of all,
I'm in the bathroom
watching it anyway. No one's watching the Oscars, so who gives a fuck?
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
It's just
these people. I wasn't offended. I was like, okay,
I'm not offended at all.
I can see why he's spitting facts about eating meat. It's a fucking terrible thing to do, really. If you think about it logically, it is actually a terrible thing to do. But
I would agree.
I enjoy a hamburger. I can't help it. I was raised like that, so
I would agree. But people watch the Oscars because they're movie fans. Now, I'm not one to say, "Hey, LeBron, shut up and dribble." Like these people, they get a platform and they want to speak about. I mean, because Joaquin Phoenix isn't his roles. He's a different person. He's his own person outside with his own thoughts, with his own political opinions, and sometimes they want to get it out. It's the only time that they can get it out and that many people see it. I get that. But it's just like, I want to sit down, eat some popcorn, I want to hear like your experience making the movie. I want to hear more about movies. And then people talking about go vote, inseminating cows, fucking toxins in the air. It's like, it's a little too much sometimes. And it does seem tone deaf when these kind of people who like when they get on here and just preach to us like Sam Wilson. It's like, man, I don't want to hear this, but they have the right to say it. We have the right to bitch. I'm not as like when Sam Wilson was fucking preaching to the senator. It felt like preaching a little bit too much instead of a speech.
Dude, I haven't watched the Oscars for like 3 years.
JG Shaolin. JG, what do you think about all this? Who's right? Who's wrong? Nerdman is wrong. Can go.
About freaking time. Here we go.
JG, you know what to say.
Right and wrong or subjective?
I'm pleading the fifth with all you guys. Anyway, I'm pleading the fifth with all you guys. Okay. So I think we can all agree that the Oscars does nominate films that we want to like or would not go out and go look for, right? Like The Father. I never would have known about it unless it was got the award for the Oscars, right? Nomadland or whatever it's called. Never would have known anything about it, right? And so that is a positive, but the negatives are it is a lot full of politics and it is full of bias, right? And look at like another man mentioned, One Night in Miami. Brilliant film, great acting, but it's possible because it was an Amazon Prime movie, not one of those blockbuster WB, all that bullshit type of film. It's going to get the shaft, right? You look at Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Netflix film. There is this little bias against these I'm so sorry, I can't even think. These streaming service films. There is some type of bias against them. So especially these comic book superhero films. Heath Ledger, great performance. Joaquin Phoenix, great performance. But there are a lot of other performances that were so great, but will get the shaft because there is this bias against superhero comic book films, right? And so for that, there are a lot of negatives with the Oscars, right? You look at, let's go back to when Titanic was at its peak, right? That film was a blockbuster film. People loved it. Girls were crying over Leonardo DiCaprio. Girls are upset because Rose didn't put Leo on the little wood shit or whatever. And who won over them? Some fucking film by Helen Hunt that nobody remembers, right? And people still talk about Titanic, but who the fuck? I don't even know what the fuck Helen Hunt's doing now, right? And so we have these incidences. Let's go to when Denzel Washington and Halle Berry won those best supporting actors or whatever they got. What was the political thing prior to that? Black actors aren't winning Oscars. Black actors aren't winning supporting roles, right? What happens? Denzel Washington, even though he was a phenomenal job, we'll give him the award for that. Halle Berry didn't do shit but show her titties and suck dick and fuck. Let's give her, a supporting actor, whatever she got for it. So for me, I can care less about the Oscars. It's like watching the NFL draft. Who's 49 fan, but I'll wait 2 days later to see who he picked. I'm not gonna sit there all night to see, It's I'm sorry for ranting about this, but it's just crazy. Like I really wish I would know. I really wish I can see the criteria in which they vote for these best acting role or best film. I wish I can see that because
political.
Let's look at Jake Gyllenhaal, like you were saying before. Brokeback Mountain, even though if you get rid of the weird stuff, great film, right? Nightcrawler, excellent job, right? Let's go to one of my personal favorites of his, Southpaw. Brilliant film. This is my favorite boxing film. He did a phenomenal job.
Wow.
And
that's surprising.
What does he get for it? Nothing, right? And so I can care less about the Oscars, dude. I really can. I'm done.
JG,
wait.
I just wanted to clarify. I wasn't saying it was right or wrong for somebody to go up and give their political views. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying I don't like it. I don't like when they do that. Cool. I think there's a different time that they could do that if they really care. But again, it's just all agenda and stuff. So I'm sorry, you can continue.
And I agree, because this is almost like you're at a funeral, right? And somebody goes up to the podium and says, "Hey, peace in the Middle East." You at a fucking funeral. Nobody wants to hear that shit there. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're right. There's a time and a place. But again, the people do have freedom of speech, right?
Yeah, I wasn't.
So it's like a double-edged sword where you're going to get ridiculed for it. You're going to get praised for it. It's up to you to decide what you want to do.
Yep.
it's a bad analogy. It's not a funeral. I mean, a funeral is yes.
That's JG. That would be way worse.
Okay.
We get what he was trying to say though. Like,
I'm sorry, Halle Berry did a beautiful performance. Okay,
for what I saw,
that was
hilarious.
Beautiful performance, and I would say that's an example of one of those ones that was better than Heath Ledger.
Dude, Heath Ledger
and
the guy that plays grandfather were better than that whole film than anybody else in that whole film.
Halle Berry as a crackhead is better than Heath Ledger.
There are very
I didn't even hear that. Oh my god!
Heath Ledger as a Joker. They're very.
JG, I have to address something. That was one of your best lines, JG. All she did was show her titties, suck dick, and fuck. I love that. I don't.
Halle Berry choking on dick. I will take over Heath Ledger's Joker.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would too, but still, when you, as far as acting, I mean, it's anybody can do that.
Dude, that fucking scene where she's telling Billy Bob Thornton,
make me feel good. Like, what the fuck?
Billy Bob Thornton, bad sense, make me feel good.
Said, I'm gonna make you feel good.
But JG, that's the thing is it's the pretension. You're saying our awards are too. Oh, comedies can't be a best film, best picture winner. Superhero films, get that out of here. A film about something that isn't like a slow drama, out of here. That is not an Oscar for best picture.
True.
You Philistine, you piece of garbage under my shoe. What's a fantastic comedy? Caddyshack could never win best picture. Sucking on my pipe, suck on a dick.
But no, you're right. There have been a lot of comedies throughout the year that definitely deserved like Oscar nods, and they didn't. They just don't give it to them, and it's really it's a huge shame.
I think that. Let me throw this out here, and then we'll all address this, and then we'll move on to the next topic. I think lately the Oscars have been very reactionary. I think now they're kind of making up for the past few years. And the first time I saw that was when Moonlight won the Best Picture.
Yes,
I think Moonlight is a good movie. It's a good movie, but like people were acting like it's a masterpiece. Because it was a big stepping stone. It was a black gay man, and it was like, okay, that's different. That's something new. But was Moonlight really better than Hacksaw Ridge or Hell or High Water? Fuck no. Fuck no. And guess what? Wind River wasn't even nominated, and Wind River was better than that movie. If you haven't seen Wind River, anybody. Like, Moonlight was the 4th best movie, and fuck La La Land. Fuck that even. That is what the Oscars is. Oh, fucking La La Land. We gotta fucking suck LA's dick. I love Hollywood. La La Land. Fuck off, La La Land.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And but the worst thing is when there are really, really good black movies, or, not so much Asian because I don't know it as well. But like when there are really good black movies, black directed movies, or written, they don't nominate them. And it's really, really fucking annoying to me. Or, like One Night in Miami is a very good example this year, which should have really cleaned up at the Oscars. It should have got like a lot of, for the best performance. Regina King?
Regina King, yeah.
Directed it. A black woman directing it. It was fucking fantastic, like the movie, and it deserved it for once. And you're just like, where is it? But when they have what was that horror movie by
Get Out?
Get Out. You're gonna nominate fucking Get Out? Like
Get Out was not a great movie.
I fell asleep in it.
Horror movie. It's yeah.
Also, so Black Panther too. Black Panther was not a Best Picture nominee. Get out of here with that bullshit.
Those are two examples.
It's a good movie.
Overrated
it's not
movies, great. And they were so overrated because of the time that they came out with all the stuff that was going on in the world. Like you said, they were trying to compensate for their past mistakes. So Black Panther was a good movie, but it wasn't great. Like it was getting overhyped. Like it was also, a masterpiece. The same thing with Get Out. Get Out is it's an interesting movie. It's kind of an interesting take, I guess. But it wasn't deserving of all the hype, and that's just my opinion.
And you know what? I'll compare Black Panther to Crazy Rich Asians, right? Black Panther was that, besides a couple others, it was completely black cast, had that African guard people came out theaters with their dashikis on and all that. It was beautiful. You have Crazy Rich Asian, which is pretty much predominantly Asian film. Look at what happened to it, right? And so, were they outstanding masterpiece films? No. Were they good films? Yes. But you're right. It's politics.
Yeah.
I think this is a hilarious comment. That's a decent point. Bussing homeless people out of Hollywood where they held the awards, then giving an award to Nomadland, a movie about the struggle of a homeless person.
That is
touche, my friend. Touche.
Did that actually happen?
So
they won with like
I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I heard somebody say that happened. I can't confirm that. If that did happen, that is hilariously shitty, and that is what the Oscars is, man. If that happened, if they actually moved homeless people to make like room for the red carpet, that's hilarious, man.
Yeah,
Like
but I
most
mean,
peasants.
where the red carpet is, would there even be homeless people? Like, I don't know, like America that like or LA that well, but like,
LA has a lot of homeless people. A lot.
I think they
No,
maybe
but I'm
moved them out
saying
of the way.
area in that specific area.
Yeah.
would there be homeless people?
Like besides that one little area over there, it's straight up liquor stores, porn stores, like homeless people walking around, people selling fake maps to the stars and shit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But anyway, my point was just that I don't like to run with those things unless I find out
multiple. I'm not clicking on the articles, but there are multiple LA homeless reportedly booted from encampment before Oscars.
Yep.
Los Angeles accused of moving homeless in order to make room for the Oscars. Homeless people move for the Oscars. So I don't know if it's true. I'm not going to click on these articles.
Terrible, man.
If they did that, like that is how tone deaf they are, preaching to us and then doing the things that they're preaching about. Fuck off, Oscars. I will never watch the Oscars again. You will not get my ratings. Fuck it. Does anybody else have anything else to say about the Oscars? Because I'm done talking about the Oscars.
If they did that, then I'm out. If they really did that, I'm out. That's fucking awful.
So, man, we talked about that. Was a good little conversation there. I had some fun right there. We got some of the nerd man's true colors about Heath Ledger. He hates Heath Ledger. Internet, the nerd man, hot takes Tuesdays on internet.
I cannot
he
be
hates
friends
Heath
with
Ledger.
you if you honestly hate Heath Ledger. He's my favorite actor. That's my favorite performance. It was one of the
He
best
doesn't.
performances of all time.
I was kidding.
I know. I'm joking too. I'm joking.
Okay. So
I'll fight somebody over that one.
nerd man. Now let's put it out there, clear it up. Do you hate Heath Ledger?
I hate you.
Okay, I'll take it. So, guys, check out what I'm spitting.
I think Heath Ledger's that performance was transcendent. It was great. I just don't know that it would have got an Oscar nomination. That's all I'm saying. I don't think it would have. It deserved it. I don't think it would have. That's all.
On to bigger and better actors. Someone who's better than Heath Ledger is Amber Heard. So, I think we can all agree on that. Amber Heard is one of this generation's best actresses. She's just phenomenal.
Outstanding.
And so she posted a bunch of pictures on Instagram. I mean, just because that's what she does. But look at this. Before Aquaman took the last pages out of this book, hashtag getting a Kindle for Aquaman 2. Okay, so she's basically confirming I'm getting a Kindle to read the script for Aquaman 2. Then she has a couple more pictures, her and a horse, her working out. Alexa, play Pussy Talk by City Girls. Hashtag Aquaman 2. Fucking terrible song. Not only do I not want you in Aquaman 2, I want you even have a terrible music taste. If you like City Girls, that's your fucking opinion. Anybody out there in the world, but that city they're terrible. Come on.
He's trolling, bro. She is trolling hard.
Me?
So
she is trolling. She's rubbing it in.
Now right here, another one. Hashtag Aquaman 2. So, do we think that she is trolling? She's trying to save her image, or do we think that she's legitimately in Aquaman 2? And if she is, are we okay with that? Let's just let loose. What do we think about her as Mera? Her as a person? Do we like this? I don't, but I'll let you guys start.
I can neither confirm nor deny that she's in Aquaman 2. I don't know that that's it. I feel like if she really was not in it, and she was posting all this, then they would have issued some sort of official statement telling her to stop or that she isn't going to be in it. So as far as I know, she's probably still going to be in it until we hear otherwise. But she's one of the more terrible parts about that movie. Yeah, we could do without Amber Heard in Hollywood. She's part of what's wrong with it, for sure. She's part of what's wrong with the DCEU. I could go on and on, but I don't want to get too far deep until I give everybody else a chance to talk.
JG?
Yeah. She was, for me, forgettable in Aquaman. Yes. She's forgettable in that piece of trash thing Snyder did at the end of Justice League.
Yes.
I don't care anything about her. Her acting is blah at best. And I think she is trying to save her image, but I think she's also throwing a middle finger at Johnny Depp because she's been called a lie. She's abusive. She's a maniac. There's proof that she's abusive and she's a maniac and she's just straight evil.
Oh, and we're getting deep into it.
It's like she's saying, "Oh, look at me, ha ha! I'm untouchable. Look, nothing you can do against me."
People don't want her to play as Mera anymore. They want her fired, just like Johnny Depp got fired. So that's why she's trolling like that, which is
exactly. So she's insane, dude. She's just throwing up a middle finger, saying, "Fuck you, I'm still Mera." Ha ha ha. That's all I got to say. I'm done.
Hey, if anybody hasn't seen my video on Mera, and my opinion is on Amber Heard as Mera, go check out this video right here, baby. One of my better performing videos. I say everything that I think about her. I think she's borderline garbage as an actress. Now, she's so bad, and every what was the great fucking line that she had? I'm going to kill them for what they did to Arthur. She was so bad in the nightmare scene. She was so bad in Aquaman. She was so stiff. Your brother Orm is declaring war on the surface world, Arthur. Like, you gotta come with me. It was so bad. She was terrible. Her wig is terrible. She is one of the actresses that I can say without a fucking doubt, not being in the industry, knowing no details, she has been given every single role that she's gotten because of her looks. Because she is a terrible actress.
Yes.
Pineapple
Her
Express.
Best acting role was probably in Pineapple Express. She was forgettable in that.
And she literally only got the Mera role and got famous because she was with Johnny Depp. I'm sorry. That's not how it always goes. There are fantastic actresses out there, but she is the example of that. Of you just get it because of your looks. Terrible actress. And I mean, to get away from her, dude, City Girls, they suck, dude. Like, they are. Have you guys heard that song "Pussy Talk"?
I was going to ask it because I wanted to go back to the Instagram when I got to talk. But
dude, "Pussy Talk" by City Girls is a terrible song.
What is it? What can you give me like an idea?
Dude, it's literally there's like 3 different women. They're literally just rapping about what their pussies can do. My pussy bad. My pussy makes waffles. My pussy do this. My pussy yeah. My pussy wet. Gonna put the pussy on you. Like, it's so fucking bad.
Wait. So this is basically it. This is the narrative of what she's actually doing, and I think it's kind of baller actually. She's not only just trolling people, she's going, I'm fucking hot, I'm fucking sexy, I'm going to be an Aquaman too, and there's nothing you fucks can do about it because I'm sexy. Everybody wants my pussy. That's basically what she's saying. That's a fucking troll and a half, bro.
I mean, she might, because it was a very, very weird song choice to be like, hashtag pussy talk. Yeah. Oh yeah, hashtag Aquaman too. Like, get out of here, man.
Talk about tone deaf. Considering how people are looking at her right now, that she would use that song selection. Because I thought maybe it just says pussy in the title, but it isn't.
No. Every other line they talk about what their pussy can do for a man.
Yeah, that's a troll, bro. That's super trolling.
Yeah,
I think she's having a few too many mimosas in the afternoon and feeling kind of keyboard courageous.
You wanted to address her Instagram?
No, that's what I wanted to address. Like,
okay.
Just that specific thing. That is a fucking troll. You can't tell me that isn't trolling.
I listened to part of it. It's gross.
As for Amber and my opinion on her, I really don't think she's that bad in Aquaman. I think the whole movie is preposterous. I think most of the actors in it were bad. I don't know how it made $1 billion, but certainly she was not what stood out to me in that movie as particularly foul. You know the video you did on Amber Heard, and I'm not saying you're wrong for doing that video, but I could have done that about pretty much every actor in that film, apart from William Dafoe.
Oh yeah, but
there was even that young actor who was playing Aquaman. The when he was playing Aquaman as a teenager.
He's in it for 1.5 scenes.
All right, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like,
Dude, let me tell you, man. Mera is one of, if not my favorite, one of my favorite women heroes in comics. I love Mera. That's why I was so passionate about it. I love Aquaman and Mera, and like I was so excited to see Mera on screen, and she completely squatted down and took a dump in my mouth, and then she played City Girls at my funeral.
So should we talk about the is it the elephant in the room?
Well, so let's talk about the elephant in the room, because if you notice, every single one of her pictures, comments are on this post have been limited. Comments on this post have been limited. Comments are limited. She doesn't let people comment on her shit anymore, because of the controversy. Now, I don't want to speak too much about it, but from all I'll say is what I have I haven't just listened to these pundits on YouTube. What I have looked into myself, which hasn't been a ton, but what I have looked into, it seems like Amber Heard is a bad person. She's a manipulator. She's the abuser. I don't want to do like hashtag justice for Johnny or hashtag screw Amber, but it seems like with the evidence that is provided in front of me, that Amber Heard seems like a bad person. But that doesn't, I don't care if you're a bad person and you can be a great actor. I also have a video about separating the art from the artist. I'll fucking love your performance. But as a person, maybe JG or Nerdman can give me more details. She seems like a genuinely vile person, and I don't like to look at her. I don't like City Girls, and I don't like Amber Heard's Mera.
Okay, but does she seem like a genuinely vile person or a person who did a genuinely vile thing? Because I don't know much about this.
She seems like a genuinely vile person. She seems.
I agree.
She seems like she seems like a sweet girl who did a one vile thing and stretched it out over 3 years. So that makes her a vile person.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Now, I'm not going to say that she is one 100%. She hasn't been. There's no documented proof in court that she is a piece of garbage, but it seems like all the evidence points that she is a manipulating bitch. And I don't throw that term around. I don't call women bitches. She seems like a bitch. Sorry.
She took a dump on Johnny's bed. I mean, come on, dude. What kind of person
exactly
on somebody's bed? Like that doesn't make any sense. You know, it's not like he cheated on her and she was trying to get revenge or anything. She just being a, like Pickle said, a bitch. You know, who does something like that?
She admitted to taking a dump on his bed.
She didn't admit to it, but I'm pretty sure they got proof of it somehow. She tried to blame it on her dog. I don't remember how they got like the actual.
There are pictures of it, I think.
Proof, but it turned out that it was actually her and one of her friends.
Hey, Justin Burns, if you can give us like more details about, I mean, be objective here. Give us more details about what she did, because I'm not like too entrenched in the story, but what I've seen, it seems like a habitual liar, a manipulator, and from evidence in the court, her stories haven't lined up what she's been saying about Johnny.
Can I let me just tell you like just what happened with me with this kind of story and why I'm slightly suspicious over it.
Yeah, man, hit us.
Everyone came out and they were all against Johnny Depp, like in the beginning after that video dropped, right? And I saw it, and my immediate thought was, this doesn't prove anything. There needs to be context to this video. I don't know what I'm looking at, and you need evidence to do this. Then, a few months, like a year later or something like that, there was some tape that was dropped, and it's the only thing that I've listened to in all of this situation. And she admits on the tape that she had hit Johnny Depp, but like I don't know the whole thing, but she hit him, but she said she didn't really hit him. It wasn't hard or something like that. And then he's talking back and forth with her. Yeah, and I listened to the tape, and I was like, everyone on that day on that day, just from that little clip, decided to do Amber Heard videos every day, hating on her, hating on everything that she stands for. Same thing, similar kind of thing they did with Brie Larson. And I was just like, this is over the top. This is beyond just.
She ruined a man's career, though, so I don't think it's over the top. I mean, Johnny Depp is getting fired
wait,
franchise, you know?
No, but we didn't know that yet. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You didn't, just from that tape, right? You could just say, okay, she did, just like with the video that was released before with Johnny Depp. You can't know. He might have been beating the shit out of her, and like she was too scared to say it while she was being recorded. I don't know what the situation was, but all I'm saying is at that time, people started piling on and going on the hate train with her. And I compared it to what me and Philosophical Pickle do with Ray Fisher, right? We don't spend every 2 days dropping a Ray Fisher tape about how much of a asshole and pig, and he's ruined Jeff John's career. He's ruined like other people's careers with what he's done. We stick to evidence that we have, and then we, do a video maybe when he does something really kind of flagrant, and then we do that, and then we leave it alone. But these people seem to make industries, and especially when it's a woman, right, of just every few days, just like, she's done this, she's done. Brie Larson did one thing as far as, and I don't even like Brie Larson. I don't like Captain Marvel. I don't like what she said about like the white men thing. So don't.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
It was like 2 years of incessant Brie Larson fucking hate. Anything she did was like some kind of horrible thing against her.
Yeah.
And it, like after that, I was just like, I'm not listening to anybody on the YouTube about like any woman ever again. Right. Like, and if they keep on doing these video after video after video, it's like, figure out something else to do something else. But it does seem from everything I've heard of what you've told me and what Philosophical Pickles told me that this Amber Heard situation is slightly different, and there is a little bit more evidence against.
Dude, Nerdman, if you genuinely go look into it, hardcore. All of the evidence. There are audio tapes of when they go to therapy. There are videos. Go watch the court documents. Everything. If you come out truly saying that she's not the abuser in the situation, I would genuinely question your IQ.
Yeah,
because I haven't looked into it. I just think everyone. Yeah, go on.
I was gonna say to say something about the whole Brie Larson thing too. Like I didn't like it when she said that, but I wasn't one of those people who jumped on and it's just every single thing she did after I hate her. I dislike her strongly for the things that she says when she's on interviews or whatever. She seems pretty stupid by the things that she keeps saying, but I'm not going to go online and hate on her or make a video or anything because it's just not worth the time. I also didn't like Captain Marvel, and I don't really like Brie Larson. So I just wanted to say, hey, we agree on something for once, Nerdman.
JG, my guys also remember this was also around the time when the Me Too movement was heading towards their peak, right? So they Brie Larson and Amber Heard, bitch ass, both try to utilize that, to help fuel their stories, right? And so it's
that Brie Larson didn't use Me Too.
I'm saying because of the Me Too movement was going towards peak, women were just, not all women, but there was a lot of instances where men and women were involved where women were shouting out, Me Too, Me Too, right? Not saying that she used Me Too, but Me Too was somewhat of a catalyst that helped make people kind of side with her with a lot of things.
Yeah.
I understand with Amber Heard, but I don't understand with Brie Larson. Brie Larson talked about like white men.
What did Brie Larson do? I don't even give a fuck.
You'd have to watch. Go ahead, man.
Didn't she say that she doesn't care about old white men's opinions on movies that aren't about white people or something? I don't know what she even said.
Yeah, that was
really ignorant.
She said something. Let's be clear about this. She did say something that was really ignorant in a way that was really bad. But underneath what she was saying, there was actually a point about like getting, as you said, for the Oscars, right? You need people from different walks of life, different places to be able to judge these things, because then you'll get different outcomes. Now, the movie she was talking about was shit. So she had no reason to say that.
Black Panther?
I've never seen any black people repping for whatever that fucking movie was.
I thought she was doing it about Black Panther.
No, it was about some weird movie with Oprah Winfrey in it, and about a biracial person, and it was fucking awful.
Wait, is that the one with that Ava DuVernay? Ava DuVernay fucking directed it.
Yeah.
That it was that fantastical movie.
Yeah, and Ava DuVernay's a great director, but that was not one of her best movies.
Yeah. What are we talking about? wait. JG hates women.
Yeah. No, man, it's just because one of the big things with the Me Too movement was female empowerment, right? Feminism. It was the Me Too movement, it's female empowerment. And so you had a lot of people like Brie Larson who felt empowered where, hey, no one cares about the opinion of old white men, right? Because, I mean, think about it. Old white men usually are the ones kind of running things or whatever. So, yeah, it was stupid for her to say. But, you know, it's when you combine the Me Too movement, feminism, of women empowerment, all that stuff just helped fuel these type of ignorant things to be said.
I mean, dude, I'm gonna admit it right now. She released those photos or the video, or whatever, of the bruises on her, and said that Johnny Depp hit her. Yeah. I believed it. I was like, I can't believe that Johnny Depp is this. That's crazy. And then I've now realized that I don't do that anymore. I say, okay, I need hardcore evidence more than that.
Because that turned out to be fake.
Yeah, well, I mean, we think so. I don't know. Like, there is the I keep telling people.
I thought it was proven that was fake. That was something. There's a lot of stuff that came out that's fake.
Apparently, her makeup artist came out and like admitted some shit. I don't know all the details, but apparently it was fake. But I don't know, like, but I need hardcore details now. I'm not gonna believe either side, but the details I have seen, she seems like that's what I was saying. Like, Johnny Depp may be an asshole. I think they were in a toxic relationship where they screamed at each other, didn't like each other. I think she was using him. Maybe he was kind of using her a little bit because she was a younger woman for her body. She was using him for his fame. Just not a good couple, period. But there's a difference between being a toxic relationship and being a manipulative piece of shit, which seems like that's where she went with it, and she kind of just like took him down the hole with her and ruined his career. And the fact that WB, like, I can't stand WB. If you work at WB, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna say what I was about to say, but fuck you, WB. I can't say that about all WB workers, but if you're one of the heads at WB who fired Johnny Depp but kept Amber Heard on in Aquaman 2, fuck you, because it's a double standard. And that's the bullshit. Why I don't like WB. I don't like Amber Heard. Oh, every decision they make, I scratch my head, and like, I feel bad for people who are fans of the Fantastical Beast franchise. Yeah. They're gonna have 3 different guys playing the same character in 3 movies. Yes. That is inconsistent, fucking unacceptable garbage, and they need to do better.
Yeah. See, this is the thing about what WB did, and this is where I absolutely agree with you. They basically took the
there we go. Thank you, Justin.
They took the outcome of a civil trial, not a criminal trial, a civil trial, and fired someone over it. I'm okay if it's a criminal trial and you fire somebody over getting convicted of a crime. Fine. A civil trial is not. It doesn't have the same weight of proof. Basically, there's a bigger burden of proof in a criminal trial. And then, secondly, a civil trial is basically about money. It's about suing people, right? So it didn't prove anything against Johnny Depp, that trial. The one thing I will say, though, which I've heard, and maybe somebody can correct me on this, was it was proven in court. Even Johnny Depp admitted this, that he had headbutted her.
I never saw that.
I never saw that, but
I think he said she was beating on him and like she was like scratching him and shit, and he headbutted her. Maybe I think I might have heard that. Maybe he said that. I
read something about that, and it seemed like both sides had agreed.
Oh, Nerd Man! She also fucking. Dude, she took her settlement money, $7 million, and claimed to donate it to charity. And then it was revealed years later that she only pledged to donate it and they never got the fucking money. She's a liar.
So,
Dude.
here's the thing: she's a liar. She's
That's
manipulative.
Just
When
good
all this
financial-
stuff,
Okay.
It's smart business.
when all this stuff started coming out, I wasn't team either one. I like Johnny Depp, but he was never my favorite. I'm not the type of person to just believe something until I get proof. So the more proof that came out about how she was lying and she was the one that took a shit on his bed, that just said to me, if she's lying about this, what else is she lying about? Like she could be lying about a whole multitude of things. Why, what kind of a person does that? Again, I know I already said that, but what kind of a person does that? Shits on somebody's bed, her and her friend, and then two, she lied about it. That's just the thing. Who does this kind of thing? So to me, it just makes me very frustrated because Johnny Depp got fired from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, and I'm not saying it's like this great franchise, but I definitely I'm a fan of those movies. I think the popcorn movies, and then the Fantastic Beasts is another set of movies that I like to watch, and it's frustrating to see this person who's the face of these things get fired, and then she's still not only trolling about being Mera, but she is still Mera. It's such a bullshit double standard. I hate it, and it's just another example of like Hollywood is shit.
So her and her friend shit on his bed.
Yes, I believe. I will go find the article right now.
2 girls, 1 cup. What?
Yeah.
So look, like apparently he bent over to look at her toes that were scratched by the door, and he hit her with his forehead on accident after she was trying to force her way into the bathroom to get to him. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. She was trying to like bust the door down, and he like looked. She was like, "You scratched my toes." He looked down and headbutted her. I don't know what happened. All
right.
I see. That's the thing is that she is so unbelievable that if she, I gotta go see what her opinion on flat Earth is, because if she thinks the Earth is round, I might have to start believing in flat Earth, baby.
You would do that, wouldn't you?
She's so unbelievable. She can tell me that the fucking Earth is round, and I might go flat Earth on this. Super wise. Super wise, good to have you in here, man. It's awesome. And I will get to some of these comments specifically. JG, you got any things to say about Amber Heard?
Not a damn thing. I'm done with her. She is a manipulator, like you said. She's a liar. She's a conniving I want to say the words because we have some female people in here.
Yeah.
And I mean, most of the bitches are our guys anyway. But
hey, JG, you don't have to apologize. There are women, and then there are bitches. There are men that are bitches. Pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Say whatever label you want.
Okay. Well, I'm sick of the bitch. I hope she fucking rots in hell. To sit there and do what she did. And I was just wondering why. What was the reason? Something had to happen for her to do all that stuff, right? Is she really that fucking insane?
I think it's the mental part and the monetary part.
Yeah, like what? It's taking shit. Who the fuck takes a shit on the bed? Even drunk. Who takes a shit on the bed?
So with the Amber Turd thing, he brought it up, and she tried to blame it on her dog. And there's pictures of it. If you want to look at that, I don't know.
I gotta bring up her. I gotta see if I can find a picture of Amber Heard shit. Give me one second.
All right.
Apparently, their state manager. Apparently, their estate manager had got the confession from Amber Heard admitting that she was the one who did the shit. Apparently,
the poop.
Why is the shit the biggest?
This is hilarious.
Like that's the big thing for you is the shit. Like
this says the shit that ruined Johnny Depp.
Who does that, man? Like who does
hey, Geek
that?
Speak. This says the shit.
It feels like you've been touched by this this trauma.
There's a hashtag called Amber Turd. Instead of Amber Heard, it's hashtag Amber Turd.
Okay, I gotta say that is I would confidently say that's dog shit. But I will let me share this picture. This article is the shit that ruined Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's marriage. This looks like one of those crumpled up multi-layered dog shits. But I mean, she might have just ate something shitty that day. Let me find the right.
Dude, It's confirmed.
Look at that nasty. Look, there's some blood in that shit, dude. I hope that's not her shit. Look at that shit. Okay.
That could just be the picture.
Weird.
Also,
I thought it was a
you're
big
looking
bug
at,
for a
you're looking
second.
at
What the
this
hell is
on
that?
Anyone else want to eat
That's a dark shit.
it?
That shit's been laying there for a couple days.
There's blood in that shit. Why
Period.
is the shit black?
Period. Yeah.
That is a
Dude. All right, we can take it off now, can't we? Can we take
I
it
wanna
off?
stare- I want to stare. It's making me hungry. So the moral of the story is yes, women do poop too. Let's get that myth out of there. The women don't poop. Come on. Let's see here. Let me get to some of these comments because I know this is a very
Is that why they're so secretive about their poop? Because it looks like that.
dude.
It's really fucking weird looking. If that's it.
She's a total garden tool.
Yes. Yes.
She's giving me
Angela,
heartburn. I like the Aquaman movie. It's a fun popcorn flick, but Amber Heard as Mera was never even close to one of my favorite parts. I want to watch Heartburn Aquaman 2 for everybody but her. Justin Burns says JG is killing me. Go JG.
Dude, I got rant for days, dude.
How about the missing tip of his pinky finger? So we got missing pinky fingers and shits on beds, man. This is getting interesting. This is getting deeper than I thought.
Did she shave off his sideburns as well, or what?
I love how off the rails we always go.
It's mixed with red wine.
Wowzers.
Oh my gosh, dude. Why is there red wine on this? Did they shit and then put red wine on it, or did they put red wine on the bed and then think I'm gonna shit on top of this?
I think they put the red wine on the shit.
So many pictures. I'm sorry if anybody hasn't seen her shit before, or I think it's the dog shit, honestly. But even though, like, you gonna put dog shit on the man's bed? I mean, that's not terrible. I'm not gonna crucify her for doing that. I mean, that's something that I would have done when I was a teenager. But that's the thing, is that she's 35. She's not fucking 19 or 20. She's a grown woman. You know what? I take that back. Don't put shit on a grown man's bed.
Thank you.
Amber Turd. Amber Turd. Amber Turd. Amber Turd. Amber Turd. Wait for it. Amber Turd. Amber Turd.
That's great.
Amber Turd. LOL.
Yes. Yes.
Aqua Turd. Okay, changing it up. This guy's laughing. She's an alcoholic and consumes a ton. Oh, so there's red wine in the shit. This story is developing, dude. There's red wine. Shit. Okay. I've never seen that pic before. I don't know the story, but damn, I know, man. That was a fun little rabbit hole we went down there for a second.
That is always great.
That was great, man. But does anybody else have any thoughts on Amber Heard, whatever?
I really like her British accent. I'm sorry, guys. I like the British accent in Geek Speaks.
So you like it's different? You like that it's different? Two different movies?
I like that it's two different movies, basically. And I just it was a fun little attempt at a British accent.
Hey, Nerdman, do you like that Snyder admits and knows that his universe that he created is shit, so he had planned for the Flash to go back and recast everybody in his Flashpoint movie?
Yeah, I do like that, actually.
Isn't that a nice way to get an out? Like, your movies are bad, so we'll just have somebody go run back in time and change everything, because that just fixes the mistake.
I mean, I don't know. Right. You can add subtext to what he was saying, but I mean, they apparently wanted to make 5 or 6 movies and then do that. But I
think you want to make 2
movies. We don't have to watch the whole trailer, right?
Justin, no, we're not even going to watch it. I'm just putting out Justin Burns, her accent. I don't think that Mera even has an accent in the comics, but go watch Aquaman. She has a normal American accent, and then in Zack Snyder's Josstice League, she has a hardcore British accent.
It was shot before,
yes.
So it's an against her.
She was intended. Yes, not her fault. Like, it was just 2 different directors wanting different things. It's just just adds to the shit, the red wine shit pile of WB. I'm gonna use that from now on. The red wine shit, you know.
But
red wine shit pile.
Red rum.
I'll be honest. I don't think it was that bad a British accent. I've heard worse.
So I will say you are British. You're the only British person on here, so I will.
It was that bad.
I will let you kind of take the lead on that. But
Hello, Governor.
I love her wonky cheek implants.
It wasn't as bad as the actual British actress's accent in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
No. Her accent was fine. She was just not a good actress, and her dialogue was garbage.
It was awful.
Her dialogue was garbage.
Like fucking, hello, governor. It was like she really did sound like that. I don't know where she.
What do we have to do to be a goddamn citizen of this planet? That was her worst line.
Oh, that's one of the worst lines in history.
Bruh, that 4K Josstice League trailer. Don't even get me started on that. Well, we're about to get you started. I was asking the British guy. Okay. So I mean, we can't deny that most sane people in the world would say that Zack Snyder's Justice League was better than the Justice League of 2017. I mean, I don't know a single person who would say that one was better. I didn't review it because I didn't have a channel back then, but it's one of the worst superhero movies I've ever seen. So in Zack Snyder's Justice League has accrued maybe not as much love as they wanted. Maybe it didn't make as much money as they hoped. Maybe it wouldn't have made 1.5 billion. But I can't deny that most people on the internet are saying it was at least pretty good, decent. So I'm seeing it, you're seeing it, I'm seeing it, you're seeing it, the American people are seeing it. Everyone is seeing it. WB has to see it. That people, I have to admit it, even though I don't like Snyder, I don't like his movies, I don't like the Snyderverse, it seems like the majority of people do at least want to see it continue one more movie. So instead of saying, okay, guys, let's make the smartest. No. I'm saying I can admit that most people are saying it's like I said, it's at least okay. It's decent. I want to see it dead. I want to see destroy the Snyderverse, end it. I love what they're doing, but I don't like the way they're going about it. They are seeming so tone deaf and so petty that instead of jumping on it and saying let's do the smartest monetary move, which would be to just at least not do this. This is rubbing salt in the wound. Who in the fuck wants to watch this piece of garbage in 4K? Who wants to see Henry Cavill's fake mustache bullshit on his face in 4K? Who wants to see that color grading and those terrible reshoots in 4K? No, I don't want to see it in 4K. Why are they releasing this? Look at the dislike ratio on this video, dude. 3,000 likes to 57,000 dislikes.
Wow.
Like,
dang.
I will say it, I don't even like the Snyderverse. I think it's a lot of the movies are bad. I think the Zack Snyder's Justice League was just okay. It was passable. But damn, man, I'm feeling bad for Snyder fans now because it's like
they're rubbing their shit.
Like finally, if I were to get
the funny thing about that ratio is that they could only muster 57,000 people to give it. There's apparently billions of these fucking Snyder fans.
That's what I'm saying.
According to the Snyder cut,
there still aren't as many as they like to say. But did anybody watch this trailer? I mean, it's literally just a recut trailer of the footage with a cover of David Bowie's Heroes. It was like I can be king. Like it's they're using like a Zack Snyder type song in a Joss Whedon movie. Doesn't work. I didn't like that cover when they played it in Stranger Things. I don't like it now. That's a fantastic song and they're shitting on it.
They used that in the original trailer for Joss Whedon's Justice League.
They didn't they?
Yes.
They're doing it again.
About it then, and they're still using it for the 4K trailer. That's crazy.
So they did it again, and I'm guessing everybody agrees that even if you don't love the Snyderverse, I mean, this is just being kind of petty and being at least tone deaf because nobody wants this, dude. No, this is a trailer for a 4K Justice League movie, and it only has 3,000 likes. 3,000. Small YouTubers get more likes than that. This is fucking Justice League on 4K. This should have 470,000 likes. Like, what the fuck? WB is so incompetent. And literally, that's all I have to say about this. They are incompetent, tone deaf. They don't know what they're doing with these characters. The floor is open.
Well, I can care fucking less about this 4K Justice League piece of trash filth wannabe. Go ahead, dude. I have nothing to say. It's retarded. Why? We know what's gonna happen. We seen what Joss Whedon did. Oh, but we're just gonna make it a little more crispier in 4K. What? I don't want to see this shit. Leave it like it was, a piece of trash. Leave it there. Don't make it crispier for me so I can see more trash that I don't want to see. I'm done. Who's next?
Wanna be. I'm gonna be on my next level. I'm gonna be rocking with my big crab. All right, I just want to do that. You said wanna be, and it made me think of Black Eyed Peas.
Warner Brothers proud of Justice League. History of the movie is terrible. Warner Brothers disgustingly used Snyder's daughter's suicide to kick him out of the DCEU and made this MCU ripoff. No one likes this. Yeah, I mean, there's not much I disagree with that statement on. I would say this, that they wanted to fire him from before. So, and
they wanted to fire him right after BVS.
Yeah, they wanted to fire him after the reception of BVS. And to be honest, he makes divisive movies. I personally think that BVS has more merit than certain people say. I think Man of Steel is awful. Everyone who knows or watches my channel knows that I really think Zack Snyder's Justice League was a pretty damn good movie, apart from the epilogue. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know their whole plan seems crazy. You've got Walter Hamada and Ann Sarnoff basically pissing off the core fan base of the DCEU rather than trying to bring things together so that, because what I'm worried about is it's going to hurt future movies that are actually going to be pretty damn good. I think the Batman is untouchable. I think that's Teflon. So I think that's going to make $1 billion plus, like the Batman movie. But films like Shazam, films like Black Adam, films that have nothing to do with this stupid Justice League thing are going to be hurt because Warner Brothers is doing stuff like this, and they're going to hurt other friends like The Flash, all of those movies, and then they're going to be like, oh well, people don't like them, and then we're going to pack it up. It's not worth beefing with like, as I said, if you look at something like Birds of Prey, you can see just how many of the fans of the DCEU are actually Snyder fans. That film bombed because no DC fans went to go and watch it. Nobody wanted
that movie.
And nobody wanted that movie. No DC fans wanted to go and watch it. And a lot of them didn't go and watch it specifically because, of all the stuff that was happening with Zack Snyder. So again, I think they need to find a way of appeasing those fans. You can't just get rid of, because in the end of the day, if they think the MCU fans are going to come and watch their DC movies, they've got another thing coming. MCU fans, I think, are a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are entrenched in the MCU and just dislike, no matter what it is, DC content. So if they think they can somehow think, oh yeah, if they've built up a fan base, they need to find a way of appeasing them. If they don't want to work with Zack Snyder, then they need to get other directors, Gavin Evan, what's his name? Gareth Evans or something like that. Directors in the same mold. The guy who did the Kick-Ass, directors in the same mold who'll do films that will appease that kind of taste, who won't just copy MCU movies and use the same template as MCU movies. Because if people want to watch MCU movies, they'll go and watch MCU movies. They'll go and watch movies that are actually made by the MCU rather than cheap knockoffs of it by Warner Brothers. They've got something that is their own lane, and certain people like it. They should just try and run with that.
And
for
the MCU doesn't have a copyright on doing solo movies or anything like that. You can do a solo movie and build this character up before you throw them together in a team up movie. There's no copyright there, so it's not copying MCU, in my opinion. If you were to do something like that, I think that's better, a better way to tell the story. I don't think that's necessarily copying. Now, if they start doing end credits and stuff like that, then I'll be like, oh, okay, I've seen this before, but
tonally, I'm talking about tonally.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
If you look at something like Birds of Prey, that was clearly trying to be like an MCU movie, like the same kind of humor, the same kind. And it's like, dude, unless you've got a fantastic script and a really good idea, just don't even bother trying to do that kind of stuff, because
that movie had nothing.
You're not going to compete with the MCU at this moment. And even as much as I like Shazam, and I don't think tonally it's like, I think tonally it's a little bit more like the MCU than most DC movies, but I think it's different enough that it can be still considered in the DC lane. But again, you look at the reception to that movie, and you realize, look, guys, you have to make sure that you're appeasing your actual fan base. And for better or worse, they've brought on a lot of fans who like the kind of darker tone or more serious tone movies, like The Batman, which was the biggest thing that blew up at DC fandom, So that's all I'm saying. I just think you need to appease those fans if you want them to support all the different other directors you're bringing out and all the different other movies you're bringing out.
So as a lifelong, well, not lifelong, but all right, one second here. Wait, Geekspeak, you wanted to share something?
Yeah.
I'm not a as I've been a fan of the MCU since it came out in 2008, and I'm not.
What else would be hilarious? I'm like,
so baby, stay the fuck away from me.
Well, I guess I do all one.
Diana's is right. This is a bad idea.
That's some of that 4K action we're gonna be seeing, y'all. You see that zoom up of his lip?
Dude, he's got some
I was watching
big
that the other
juicy
day and I thought it was
DSLs.
so funny. Yep.
Some big juicy CGI DSLs.
Yeah.
The comments, because the comment section, you've got it on private. I'm just curious.
Okay.
I was saving this one so we could talk about it afterwards, but let's just get to it. While we're talking about Justice League, the truly important issue of the day is being ignored. Justin Bieber has dreadlocks. Anybody got anything to say about that?
I hear the silence right now.
I don't give a shit what Justin Bieber does. I mean, I don't think he looks good with dreadlocks. I gotta look at it now. God damn it.
Yeah.
Justin Burns, I'm from the future. Ever since Bieber gave himself dreadlocks, the world fell. We now enter the nightmare future. Yeah.
I want to say, just talk about something about your baller move, philosophical pickle.
What was my baller move?
You wanted to start the new Monday Night Wars on Friday, doing your video stream right up against Jodie's corner. I love it.
I don't even think about it. I mean, maybe I'm shooting myself in the foot, but I mean, a lot of people don't watch this anyway.
Yeah.
I don't care. I didn't even know until you told me. I like Jodie, man. And JG kind of looks like Jodie. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm shaving my beard off. Fuck him.
It's just a huge beard. But back to the DC Marvel thing. I'm a huge Marvel fan, and I love those movies, regardless of the tone. I've been asking for less jokes. I need more stakes, more darkness. So I don't need everything to be happy-go-lucky Marvel jokes and quips. I'm honestly kind of tired of every other movie being a pure comedy. Let's get some dark shit in there. Mm-hmm. So I don't.
But that's why you like that stuff. That's why we should be focused on making sure that they can give the other side of comic book movies people like Dredd and I'm not just talking about DC movies. I'm saying
I like Dredd. I love the MCU and I like Dredd.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm saying that there's a whole kind of, like the Game of Thrones generation who are being radically underserved in this comic book genre, and DC was kind of trying to do that, but I think they just did it with the wrong person, which was Zack Snyder, because he's not a good storyteller.
I agree, but and I agree that I can step back and realize that there are a lot of Marvel fans who are just as bad as Snyder fans, and if you talk shit about Marvel, I'm not like that. I like everything. I think Shazam is an okay movie. It's not because it's DC, it's just because I think the script was super weak. But it genuinely seems like it would be like a phase 1 Marvel movie. Like a pretty good movie, a good start to start a universe with. If Shazam was their first movie back in like 2011, I'd say Shazam was great. But in 2019, Shazam just doesn't really do it for me. And like that's the whole thing, is that I don't care about tone. I know a lot of people do, but I want more dark shit. I absolutely love Joker, dude. I've seen Joker 3 or 4 times. I love that movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can love Joker and I can love the Avengers or Thor Ragnarok. It doesn't matter to me. It's about the talent, and they've just completely missed on getting the right talent.
Well, they're very incestuous. It's like they keep going, like it's Nolan, Snyder, Goya, keeping going back to the same. It's like, go out there. Like, for instance, why haven't they hired the guy who did Dread? To do because since it fit with the tone of their movie, why haven't they looked at a guy like that and go, oh, can you do a DC movie possibly? Like, find a character or find something that they can do with. I just think that there's so many missed opportunities in like what DC's doing, and directors who could probably do what Zack Snyder was trying to do just a little bit better.
And dude, I'm seeing Superwise is saying Joker is great, Joaquin, damn. And it makes you think what they could be, man. Like just give I think Marvel does a good job of. No, they don't actually. I think there needs to be a good middle ground between DC and Marvel. Don't let them run completely wild like Snyder, but don't handcuff them like Edgar Wright and make them leave the project because Kevin Feige says you have to have this and this and this, and he made Joss Whedon add a bunch of shit to Age of Ultron. Give it a good. I want that nice balance of, okay, these are the 3 or 4 things you have to have, but then go crazy, make an Edgar Wright movie. Like, I want to see that. And I think the Joker was a good example of that. They were like, okay, he's got to put on the clown makeup. Bruce Wayne has to be in it, but then make it just a fucking drama about mental illness. And it was a fantastic movie. And dude, it makes me think we got to make a whole stream about fucking Joaquin's Joker because it was so good. That moment when he's walking out of getting fired or whatever, and he's like laughing, and then he just stops like that, and it actually seems like a disease. Son of a bitch! It's so good. Yes. It rivals Heath Ledger, dude.
Yes, I agree 100%. Yeah. My favorite scene from that movie is whenever he's that scene, and I also like when he just starts to dance in the bathroom, like he just got chased or whatever, or he just kills me. I can't remember what happened, but he's in the bathroom and he just starts, doing that dance and that
exactly,
that
especially
really
when he starts taking shit out the refrigerator and jumps in.
Yeah,
he kills those people, and for the first time in his life, he feels free, like himself. It's fucking dark as fuck. He goes into a bathroom, and instead of going holy shit and fucking trying to, he just starts fucking dancing because he's finally free. It's so good. It's so
dark. A great movie with great acting. Oh my god!
It makes the DCEU like the canon. It makes it look like fucking wine-drenched fucking Amber Heard shit.
That movie alone is better than the entirety of the DCEU. Like, god damn, it's just such a great movie.
It's so Scorsese, right? And it is just I can't say anything bad about it. Even when he's sitting there taking shit out the refrigerator and jumping in, closing the door, and coming back out, you realize that was all Joaquin. He wouldn't even direct it. Director saw it to let him do it, right? The freedom they had in that film to do what they wanted and make it dark, make it suspenseful, and taking a character whose origin we know nothing about and creating a world around him, while at the end, spoiler if you haven't seen it, implementing Bruce Wayne and is in the death of his parents, right? And you see, man, they can create a universe out of this. That's what the DCEU should have been doing from day one, making a universe, connecting it, and you can essentially, even though they probably won't, put Robert Pattinson's Batman in that same universe because it looks damn near the same.
Yeah,
and you just keep going forward and forward and forward and putting it together, and bam, you have a universe.
That's my favorite scene, super-wise.
And I
love the tone playing in the background too. It's beautiful. I'm sorry, no, man. Go ahead.
Beautiful score.
No, I was gonna say it will be super dumb if they do not connect Joaquin Phoenix. And if Pattinson's movie kicks off and it's really big, they need to put Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker.
The only thing I don't like about it is that the Joaquin Phoenix's Joker is already in his 30s or almost 40s. So by the time that he does become Batman, he's gonna be
late 40s at least.
That's the only thing I don't like about it.
Well, here's my idea. It's a multiverse. So just make him the Joker in that universe, like it's just a different like timeline essentially.
Okay.
And so it doesn't matter. Like he just becomes the Joker in that universe, like because it's as a multiverse. So that one was just an alternate take, and he's just the Joker in this universe. That's how
honestly, a film like that with those two, Robert Pattinson as Batman and him as the Joker, that would break everything. That would be a phenomenal movie.
Hey, Geek Speak, let's talk about this for a second. Let's step back and really look at it, because I would love to see Joaquin Phoenix fucking fight any Batman. And we're so excited because, like, if Robert Pattinson and Joaquin Phoenix got together, it would be so good. But, like, I genuinely don't see this Joker fighting anybody. Think about it.
I agree.
Heath Ledger's Joker, he was maniacal. He fucking had a plan. He said, I don't have a plan. He had a plan the whole time. He was borderline a fucking genius. Took over that. You could believe him in a hand-to-hand fight. He was so believable as a criminal who could take on Batman, not physically, but intellectually, play with people like puppets. Now, the beauty of the beauty of Joaquin's movie doesn't work with a superhero fighting him, because he kind of just stumbles into his success. He kind of just accidentally creates a mob. He accidentally gets people killed. He accidentally does these things. He can't take on people in a hand-to-hand combat. He doesn't seem like a genius. I mean, he's mentally ill to the point where he fucking stares at a TV and daydreams that he's in the TV. Like, he doesn't seem like a guy who could believably take on Batman. And that's just what I think. Do you guys agree or disagree?
Yeah, I agree completely. You raised some really good points with the whole fighting and the being smart thing. That's actually why I love the Joker so much, is because he comes off as so crazy, but the underlying thing is he's actually incredibly smart. Look at the Dark Knight, all this stuff that he orchestrated and planned. Like, he's actually really smart, but on the front, he's just like super, crazy and unpredictable and chaotic. And that's at the bottom of it is what I love so much about the Joker as a character overall in anything, is that he's not really, a fighter. And if it's okay to bring this up, that's why I don't really like him in the Mortal Kombat games, because I don't really see him as much of a fighter. He's more of like a mastermind, and then pulls out, hijinks. Like, he squirts his flour on his chest at you, and it's like acid or something. Right? He throws he's not really much of a fighter. He's more of a planner, and he puts Batman in these situations that he has to kind of solve things. And
I want to see Joker squeeze. I want to see him squeeze his man titty and lactate milk into Batman's face.
You know what I'm saying? The flour that's usually right there.
Can I just do something? I think the beauty of his Joker that you can't at the moment see how he would take on Batman, and that's what's intriguing to me about him. It's like, can we get him to that level? Like, first of all, as I said, I wouldn't make it like from that series, because as you mentioned, Geek Speak, he'd be too old. So I would do like a multiverse, but I would want him to be as close to the Joker that was in the Joker movie, as possible. And I want to see how that Joker can grow to become the clown prince of crime. Like, he starts off, like you think, wow, this guy's just nuts and he won't be able to do this. And he just gets more and more maniacal and brilliant as the movie goes on. I would like to see that, how that plays out, because especially he has this big mob of people who are just think he's a fucking hero. He's like a folk hero to Gotham, right? So
that's plausible.
I mean, they literally say, like, they say his catchphrase when they kill the Waynes. That's why they made it so. I like that he wasn't the one who pulled the trigger, but he was responsible for Batman's parents because of his actions. You get what you fucking deserve. That's how it would happen. Like, somebody is on TV saying some ideas. This is what happens in real life, and then the fans of that person go and do things that maybe that person didn't necessarily want them to do, but their words and their actions caused it. So the Joker did kind of create Batman. It's so fucking beautiful. And let me address this comment. Angela the chat. I don't know how to put a super chat option on the live stream comment bar. But you haven't seen Joaquin's Joker, you have to go see it. It's I'm not going to guarantee that you'll love the movie, but it is one of the best performances I've seen maybe ever. It is definitely Joaquin's, other than The Master, maybe his best performance.
I like Gladiator as well. He's pretty damn good in Gladiator.
Get out of here with that. One of the most overrated movies of all time.
Ooh. I take
he literally is just a pretty boy. He's like, I want to kill you. And he's like, you're not going to kill me. I'm a gladiator. And he's like, fuck you. Oh, it's not that great. It's not great.
Like,
it's okay.
What's a super chat option?
Just send money and stuff like that.
I can talk to you guys about that afterwards. It's okay.
But I appreciate if you even thought about super chatting. I love you for that. Thank you. But go watch Joaquin Phoenix's Joker movie. It is so good.
Yeah, we'll stream about that and talk about it. After Angela Chat watches it, we'll stream about it.
Yeah.
I
want to say,
the argument for us, is Gladiator a good movie? Because you are crazy, bro. His performance in that, he takes what should be just a one-dimensional villain and adds so much pathos and emotion behind like what he's doing. You can see that, he's just a hurt kid. Basically, he's hurt and he's slighted by his father, and that drives his wickedness. It's a beautiful performance.
He's good. I'm saying it's an okay movie. I just said it was overrated. He's good in it. He's not even close to the fucking Joker.
I think Joker is probably his best performance of all time.
Joker or The Master, dude. The Master, he is so good. He is a master in The Master.
Yeah,
not the best movie ever. Yeah, but dude. If you haven't seen and not to get JG, I'll let you say something after this.
Yeah.
Not to get off Joaquin, but dude, Philip Seymour Hoffman. You mentioned him earlier in what was that movie you mentioned him
in? Doubt.
He is one of the most underrated actors of our generation.
Yeah.
People don't ever think about him as one of the top 5 actors. We think Denzel, Tom Hanks, dude. Philip Seymour Hoffman is one of my favorite actors. He is so good. He fucking raises the quality of anything he's in. He could be in a fucking Nickelodeon cartoon show and raise the quality of it. I mean, not now, of course, but he is so good in everything he does. Him and Joaquin in The Master, maybe not the best movie ever. It's kind of slow and boring. They are fucking magic together.
Yeah. And
I like Philip Seymour Hoffman. Well, actually, I do like
Seymour Hoffman is excellent. And like him acting against Philip Seymour Hoffman is what's so incredible about that performance, because I was going to watch that film for Philip Seymour Hoffman. Joaquin Phoenix was one of my favorite actors still, but I never saw him on that level. And when they got together, it was just like he overtook even Philip Seymour Hoffman, I would say.
Yeah.
I would say one more thing, that he's got a film, Joaquin Phoenix, with who was Tom Hanks's old girlfriend or wife? The Australian chick.
I have no idea.
Remember the name of the film, but that film is one of Joaquin Phoenix's best performances. And
what is it? What's it about?
It's about there was a famous case in America where some woman got her student to kill her husband.
Is it fucking the one where he's a detective?
No, he's the kid who kills the husband.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Inherent Vice.
I'm not. It's not a spoiler. You know that the title, looking at the movie, but Nicole Kidman.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I don't know what that one is.
JG, do you have any other thoughts on just what have we been talking about? Fucking Joker, fucking wine stained shit, whatever.
Well, fuck it up. I had a thought, but y'all kept fucking my brain up. I'm just messing with you.
I'm sorry.
I would say this. In Joker, you see Joaquin Phoenix like well, I don't want to spoil it for what's the name, but he's taking drugs, right? He's taking medications, kind of making him kind of mellow, right? And as he kind of goes away from those drugs, you start seeing that menacing, crazed, just kind of sadistic kind of person come out of him. You see him kind of planning certain things, a little bit like when the little dwarf and the guy comes in, right? Like he's planning to kill those guys, right? And to me, we compare Heath Ledger Joker to Joaquin's. Heath Ledger Joker, what he was doing fit well with what Nolan wanted, right? This is a different Joker right here, right? This is a guy who, because like I said, we don't know his origin, so you can make anything. You can make any kind of origin with Joker, and I really appreciate what they did with him because he's a man who's conflicted. He's a man who's hurt mentally, emotionally, and physically at times, right? And you see when he makes his first kill, right? He's more so defending himself, but you start seeing him kind of just come out of himself, right? It's a brilliant performance.
Dude, he fucking at the beginning of the movie, he's slowly walking up those stairs, like in dread, and then towards the end of the movie, he's dancing down the stairs. It's such a good balance of his character development, dude. Such a fantastic movie, dude.
Look, I don't think Heath Ledger's performance would have worked as well without Jack Nicholson, and I don't think Joaquin Phoenix would have worked as well without. Do you understand what I mean?
Well, see, like I said, Jack Nicholson's Joker was.
I agree. I agree.
What I'm saying that the evolution of the character helped you appreciate the next performance even more.
Yep.
That's what I mean by that. I'm trying to say that Jack Nicholson was on the same level as but I do think Joaquin Phoenix's performance is better than Heath Ledger's.
Yeah, I don't think Heath Ledger could have pulled off what Joaquin did in Joker. I don't think he could have. He probably could, but I just don't see it. Right?
It's very debatable.
Joaquin is too much of a method brilliant actor to do what Heath Ledger did. Like, to me, what Heath Ledger did is beneath Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix needs to be in that Scorsese kind of role, like we saw in Joker. We see him as his acting chops. We see his method acting. We see him improvising on what he did. And it was just so fucking brilliant.
Ledger improvised as well. I mean, you can't say Heath Ledger was improvising.
I'm sure he improvised, but man, to the degree of Joaquin Phoenix,
I'll tell you what it is. I can tell you what it is exactly. I think Joker has the worst part about Joker is its script is kind of generic.
Yeah,
I mean, if you really look at it, take Joker out of it and just name that guy Bob Smith. That's a really generic movie about mental health and killing a couple guys. But his performance fucking elevated it to another level. Heath Ledger was working with a fantastic performance, but that script is really good. He had some fucking quality lines. He got to work off Batman, so he had more energy. He was more comic booky. It was like I say to I told somebody this. Heath Ledger's Joker, you couldn't wait to see him again. It's like, okay, when are we gonna get back to the Joker? He's so awesome. Joaquin's Joker, you're like, I don't want to be in a room with that guy. He is so uncomfortable. Like, it's not fun to watch him, but it just like gets you in the heart. Like, I don't want to be around that guy. It's so good, but it's not exactly fun to watch.
It's unhinged.
It might be a better performance. You're right. That would be. We got to do a stream about this. Who's the best Joker? Because it's not Jack Nicholson.
If people are enjoying it, we could talk about it now and debate it. But like, if people are enjoying it now, I don't know.
Well, we know who the worst Joker is.
The worst Joker is Jared Leto.
Yeah, we know who that is.
Hubba hubba.
He was worse in Zack Snyder's Justice League. People are trying to say he was better in Zack Snyder's. He was worse in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I can't agree with that, dude. He was so bad. He literally was going hubba hubba in fucking. He was a cartoon in Suicide Squad. At least in this movie, he only had one scene, and he kind of changed his voice.
Fish sticks reach around. That was his own improvised line. The reach around was an improvised line. Who's gonna give you a reach around, Batman? It was like, come on, dude. Come on. Sorry, that was
How is his shirt that clean? If you notice that his shirt was freaking white as hell. You're in the fucking desert, and you know, while the sand going around, you got a clean white shirt, not a speck of dirt on you. I don't know what Snyder was thinking. I just don't.
Because they shot it in the studio a lot and didn't think about it. Much like most of the DCEU, they just kind of did it. Like Joker says, Zack Snyder's a dog chasing cars. He doesn't know what the fuck to do when he catches one. He doesn't know how to fucking drive it. He's a passenger.
He's gonna turn it into Martian Manhunter, basically. That's what.
And dude, Superwise mentions Joaquin Phoenix and her. Let's go off on this, dude. Joaquin Phoenix he's my favorite actor.
By the way, I found the movie. You guys have to watch it. To Die For, with Nicole Kidman.
Oh yeah,
haven't seen it.
Movie is awesome,
dude. I haven't seen. I will watch that. Have you guys seen Her? Her is one of my favorite movies ever. That's the movie that made me fall in love with Joaquin. That, and then have you guys seen I'm Still Here? Have you seen that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Where he fucking fakes being a rapper and he's like playing a different version of himself. It's like fucking Inception, but Joaquin Phoenix's mind, and he's fooling everyone. Her, and then that made me fall in love with. I was like, this guy is fucking doing things that people don't do. He's fake being a character in real life and filming it. Fucking love him, dude.
He's method. He's such a method actor, and I love it.
Yeah, he's so good. And Geek Speak had to step out for a second, but I mean, we can keep going on about Joker.
I will say this. I do not think Heath Ledger could have played Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. Mainly
exactly what I just said.
Mainly because he's so good looking, but for other reasons as well. But I do think Joaquin Phoenix could have played Heath Ledger's Joker. I really do. And I
would have liked him in there because he's too good. He's too good.
He would have done an electric performance, I think, and he may have made it even more dangerous. Like you said, like not as fun to see. Like in a way, like you would have thought this Joker's a bit unhinged, and I don't like to be. I think he could have done it more like that. I really do. I think.
Well, I'll say this. Well, another thing that made Heath Ledger so great, it was unexpected. Right? A lot of people, unless you just love Heath Ledger, you didn't expect him to have that performance that he did, right? Joaquin Phoenix, I'm expecting greatness.
That's
not
true.
so much as Heath Ledger.
A good point.
I'll be right back, guys.
Dude, Joaquin, I'm going to put it out there right now. Joaquin Phoenix is simply the best actor of our generation. Period. Name a better actor than Joaquin Phoenix.
Probably. I like Edward Norton, as you know, but you don't.
Edward Norton's a diva.
Oh,
let's get ready to rumble. I know that Nerdman doesn't think that.
I'm not saying he's not a good actor, but he is a diva. He is a total diva. He's got a huge ego on his shoulders. That's all I'm going to say about that.
What evidence?
Oh,
what do you mean?
Calling you out, Geek Speak.
Just the way he talks, the way he comes about himself, the way that directors and other people have talked about him when working alongside him. I'm not going to name something specific. You can go and literally just type in. Let's move on.
I'm going to go. So what evidence?
I am going to find something right now. Let's move on. And as soon as I find this clip, we're coming back to it, and I'm going to play it for you.
Now, the Hulk thing is the biggest piece of evidence, but Nerdman claims that it didn't go down as everyone thinks it did. He wasn't as much of an asshole as they thought. But then other reports say that he was on set being difficult, trying to rewrite the script. And I mean, there have been multiple
to rewrite it.
See, like I don't know all the.
Deal.
Now my
They
problem with
hired
Edward Norton is he just
because it
seems like a fucker, dude. Like he
You know
seems
who
like a
wrote the
pretentious.
The guy who wrote the original script.
Hey, JG.
The guy who
I'm
wrote
back.
wait. The guy who wrote the original script wrote one of the worst comic book movies of all time. I can't remember if it's like Fantastic Four or something, one of those really bad comic book movies. And they approached him right after The Dark Knight. Remember the timeline? It was right after The Dark Knight. They said, oh, sorry, it was either Batman Begins or The Dark Knight. And he was like, superhero movies, cool. And you can do dark and interesting things. And he said, I will go on this movie if you let me rewrite it. And genius that, what's his name is, Kevin Feige, he was like, all right, I'll manipulate Edward Norton to be in my movie. And he goes, yeah. You know, and they agreed on some terms, and Kevin Feige went against the terms they agreed on. That was basically it.
I have no idea if you are a pathological liar, so I'm gonna have to tend to not believe you. But I will look into it. I don't know the story. He seems like there are multiple stories of people saying that he's kind of a Christian Bale is apparently a diva, but like a lot of great actors. Joaquin Phoenix is apparently a diva on set. I don't give a fuck if you're a diva. Edward Norton he just rubs me the wrong way.
Why do you hate Edward Norton specifically for it?
I don't hate Edward Norton.
You said, Jack, we had this conversation, bro, and you were going on.
I don't hate
particularly a diva, and I was like,
I don't hate him. I don't like him. I don't like looking at his squirmy fucking face. Hey, Edward Norton is in my second favorite.
It's not his fault. He looks a tiny bit like you. Okay.
So he. no. Let me tell you, nerd man.
Healthy for you, man. You're a good-looking guy. There's nothing wrong with your face. All right. He looks a bit like you.
So,
you hate him for it.
Growing up as an adolescent, as a very handsome teenager, I heard multiple stories of Edward Norton being a diva. My whole life, my brother. Wait, Geeks, my whole life, my brother hyped up how good he was, and then I watched a couple of his movies, and we're like, I don't know, man, I'm not getting it. And kind of despite my brotherly love, I'm like, fuck Edward Norton. Then I realized that he's in one of my favorite movies of all time, The Grand Budapest Hotel. He's in American History X. He's in so many good things. He's in Birdman, my two favorite films of all time. Yeah, Edward Norton is in. That's funny. He's in my two favorite films.
Is he good in Birdman?
He is fantastic in Birdman, and that's the thing, Birdman. In Birdman, Michael Keaton is playing an exaggerated version of himself. I think Edward Norton is also.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
I actually am reading that right now. It says he played a selfish, pretentious actor nobody wants to work with because he's so difficult, and he had he says he has a sense of humor about his reputation, and he's reportedly not the most easygoing guy on set. He's a diva. I'm not saying I hate him. I'm just saying he's a diva. He signed on to the Hulk. He signed on to the Hulk with the agreement that any changes he added to the script, and that was the whole thing with the script thing is he wanted to be able to make changes to the script.
Have you seen the deleted scenes of that film?
No, I have not.
It's not great.
I've seen deleted scenes, and I'll tell you what.
Which one?
He was right about American History X.
Not great.
The director wanted him to shave his head at the end of the movie to say that he'd become a skinhead again. That's what he had an argument.
That destroys the whole character arc of him.
An argument over with the director. He said, "No fucking way am I going to be in this movie if I'm going to be a skinhead at the end of it." And it made fucking sense. The Hulk movie, again, they cut out scenes that fleshed out Bruce Banner's character. And I'm not saying that like it was just an ego thing. It would have fleshed out his character. So every time I've looked into one of these disputes he's had, which is just two, I think, it was basically American History X and that one.
How much fleshing out does Bruce Banner need, though? He gets angry. He turns into the Hulk. He's a smart guy as Bruce Banner. How much fleshing out does he honestly need? I mean, come on, really? How much does he need?
He had no character in that movie. There was nothing, no personality in the whole
It
movie.
wasn't because he didn't have anything to do with the script, though.
It was a boo-boo performance. Mark Ruffalo is a better Hulk than Edward Norton. Changed my mind. Dude, Edward Norton, let me tell you what he does. He's like, "Hey Betty, I'm really just got to get away from the government right now, and I got to grab this tube of something, and you got to get away from me." He's so stiff, and he's just Edward Norton just talking like a fucking statue. He's a cardboard box. Mark Ruffalo, hunched over. He's always like kind of diddling with his fingers like he's nervous. He has that whole persona of Bruce Banner.
Again, remember, Mark Ruffalo's playing off other characters. Edward Norton is doing his own thing.
I put a bullet in my mouth.
Sleep when he talks. He's so melatonin and just he's in game. He's in a diner.
Shaolin, which one are you going on? Which side are you going on?
Who are you shitting
Edward
on?
Norton. I'm taking Edward Norton any day.
But JG, let me tell you.
Edward Norton is a great actor, but that doesn't mean he was better as the Hulk than Mark Ruffalo.
Can I, JG? Let me ask you something.
I think he was.
JG,
yeah.
I'm talking let's go first one movie apiece. Okay. Edward Norton in The Incredible Hulk or Mark Ruffalo in just the first Avengers. I'm going Mark Ruffalo all day. After that, they turn him into an ass clown.
Okay, after first Avenger 1, I would take Mark Ruffalo.
Yes.
Avenger 1, I would take Mark Ruffalo. But
I would take the Hulk.
The what?
I would take the Hulk in Avengers 1.
Okay.
Not Mark Ruffalo. I would take the Hulk in Avengers 1.
Okay,
can you do that? Can you imitate Edward Norton in the Hulk again?
I'm really trying to breathe slowly now, and I'm come to this country to get away because my heart rate's getting up too high. He's fucking a cardboard box, dude.
Dude, he wasn't. I just said it anyway. I'm not going to say it again.
No, I agree with you. I think Ruffalo, he was. It was disappointing because Norton is so good as an actor, and he fucking was just so generic, dude. So generic.
Well, most of his roles, he sounds the same. So he always has that, like, Pickle was doing. He always has that tone to his voice in his acting, right? But, I mean, it's Fight Club.
Oh, dude, Fight Club.
Beautiful.
I am Amber Heard's wine-drenched shit. Like, he has the same tone and everything.
He's the same in every movie he's in, but he's so fucking good.
Oh, my God. Oh,
now,
my
okay.
God. I'm going crazy here.
He does have this. He does have the same kind of cadence to his voice in every movie, but he's pretty different in American History X.
Oh yeah.
He's a
even in the basketball scene. Okay, that's what we're gonna do.
Nerdman is having a fucking head explosion.
He's still the same cadence.
All right. I'm gonna share my screen.
Okay, Nerdman, are you okay?
No, Norman, I love Edward Norton. I'm just saying he has the same cadence and everything he's in.
No, but you're simping, guys. You're simping for these guys. Look,
I'm not.
What does simping mean?
I don't know. Anyway,
hey, we were doing the Jody thing last night for 3 hours, simping in our minds right now.
Word to use at this time. All right, go on.
What you got here, dude? Don't get me copyright claimed. Okay, it's Marvel. Never mind. They never come after me. It's literally only WB.
I'm good at fixing things.
Hey, yep.
I mean, even monks like their toilets to work. It was peaceful, and for a while, that was all I wanted. Then I started to hear them talking about a guy in the town, a rug dealer. He had a satellite link, and he was checking prices in New York. And I tried to resist it, but my brain started going, asking questions, and
this is a bad example.
That was a bad scene. Yeah, it's a pretty bad scene.
What the fuck is he going on about? Dude, he seems like he's dead inside. He seems like he has just you can tell that he just did not want to be there. Like he is so
That was a great scene. What are you talking about? That was a great scene. That was a great example. That's his cardboard performance in that movie.
He's a man who's talking like that so he doesn't get angry and turn to the Hulk again. He tried to control himself as he speaks.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that's a great scene. It's not a great dialogue. I don't disagree with you.
Oh, come on.
Scuba Steve.
We can't take out the scenes we don't like. That counts. That was him acting in that movie. That counts. All of the movie he's acting in, all the everything counts.
Yeah,
that counts.
But wait a second. What was that supposed to show? That
he's monotone. He's cardboard. I'd
Ruffalo
rather
is
watch
very
a cereal
monotone.
box.
Right, so I'm going to share a scene of Edward Norton then. Should we just
Is
share
it
a
from
scene?
the Hulk? Is it from the Hulk?
I can share a scene from the Hulk.
It has to be a scene from the Hulk.
All right.
That's what the whole debate is about. Which one's better? Now, like Pickle was saying, I'll take Mark Ruffalo in the first Avengers over this Incredible Hulk any day. Like I would take that.
He's so
They
much
turned him
worse.
into a dabbing monster.
Yeah, exactly.
He's an embarrassment.
It's an absolute embarrassment, and it's so bad that it takes away any good that he did in the first Avengers. I'm sorry.
But hey, so is Thor. Thor's a bit of an embarrassment too at the end of Endgame.
Yeah, true.
Hey guys, call every lab you know. Tell them to put the spectrometers on the roof. I'll calculate a fucking. What does he say? God damn it! I just had the fucking line in my head. I can quote this fucking line all the time. What does he say? He said, "I'll rough out a tracking algorithm, basic cluster recognition." Like that fucking line right there is better than Edward Norton, dude.
Oh, dude, it's damn near the same.
Hey, do you have somewhere for me? Hey, do you have somewhere for me to work?
All right.
Asia Romanoff?
I'll send you in the private link a scene. Okay, we'll share the scene.
Scuba
But you
Steve.
have to
So
watch- you
Scuba
have to
Steve
watch-
is in here. The Texas Rangers lost. Of course they lost. They're the Texas Rangers. And the subject, Scuba Steve, we're talking about who's the better Hulk, Edward Norton in his first movie, The Incredible Hulk, or Mark Ruffalo in the first Avengers movie. Who was the better?
Fair, though, man.
No. Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk in general, not Mark Ruffalo in the first Avengers movie.
If we're talking about in general, fucking Mark Ruffalo's floating CGI head going, "Oh, you guys are so screwed now. Thor's here."
Yeah,
That's suck, dude.
yeah, it's trash, bro.
Or this one, dab.
Hulk out. He might as well have went.
Your mother knows better. Mom knows better, dude. Come on, man.
That's pretty terrible. I love Endgame, but it's got so many terrible moments.
Nerd man, I'm afraid if I click on this link, it's going to take me out of here. It's going to take me to this link. Can you share your screen?
Right click it and then hit open link in new tab.
Okay.
You are a smart son of a bitch. You're so smart, Geek Speak. Thank you.
Hey, I took computer class 101.
You take that, dude. They do good old computer class, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just a dumbass, good old boy from Texas. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let me see how I
I'd
can
say
put,
a feature voice acting.
how you put this. How you put the screen real big? I got it.
Fuck it. Thought it was
Look,
a
see the
thing,
athleticism.
sorry.
You see the
Let's say
athleticism
that Edward Norton got the chance to be in every Avengers movie. I don't know. I don't know what he would have done with it. Like Edward Norton doesn't seem he doesn't seem like a nerdy scientist. He seems like what he is in Birdman, a fucking hot either skinhead or actor. Like he doesn't seem like a nerdy scientist who would believably with this unbelievably great big heart who can turn into a monster. Get that out of here, bro. Mark Ruffalo, baby.
Edward Norton doesn't dab.
Norton's too hot. Ruffalo has that kind of ugly but kind of handsome, rugged, believable scientist face. Edward Norton's fucking sexy. Did you see his ass in Birdman? Mark Ruffalo's ass doesn't look like that.
All right, here we go. Here's the scene. Anyway,
First
guys,
Avengers.
if you want to watch it, you watch it. If you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. But I found the scene.
You got it on here? All right.
Yeah.
I'll get to you in a second,
Thank
Scuba.
you, Scuba. Thank you.
What? I just keep asking myself what it was we were trying to accomplish that was worth all this.
I think we were trying to understand. Not crack a puzzle. We wanted
She's
to
terrible.
advance things a little.
She's ruining the screen.
Yeah.
This is monotone as hell.
Wait.
We were trying to do.
We did talk about And we were all comfortable. Nobody thought something like that was possible.
Nature takes a long time to build us the way that we are. Delicate, wonderfully complicated systems refined over billions and billions of years, and nobody understood that better than you and me. So we did what? We come in here with these big brains of ours, and we monkey with things, and we think that we're going to do what improve, right? And then we act surprised when it blows up in our face in some way that we didn't expect.
It adds more character than the whole fucking movie itself.
I don't see how. What is he saying? I don't know. He's not bad.
No, but he adds more character to Bruce Banner in that one scene than the whole fucking movie. It added. He looked like a scientist for the first time.
I think with Mark Ruffalo, we got some sciencey science stuff, and that's not really Mark Ruffalo's fault, probably, but at least we got some of that as Bruce Banner in those movies.
Dude, what does he say? To kill me, you can't. I tried. I got low, so I put a bullet in my mouth, and the other guy spit it out. Yeah, that's a great line. That line right there. That not just the line, but the delivery has more energy than Edward Norton does in the whole movie.
Yeah, I'm not saying Mark Ruffalo's a bad actor, by the way. Don't get me wrong. It's not Mark Ruffalo's a terrible actor. It's mainly what they've written of his.
Norton as the Hulk was the Hulk. Got more angry, got more stronger. Dude, yeah, I like the Hulk versus Abomination. That's like very. It's very not Marvelish because it's dirty. It's grimy. There's like blood. Fucking, they're like choking each other and killing each other and stabbing. I know they're CGI monsters, but that I need more of those fights in the MCU. Not these quick cut camera angles where there's no blood. Like, come on, I want some better, deeper fights. That's why, dude, I'm gonna do a whole video on why the end fight in Spider-Man 1 is better than the end fight in Spider-Man Far From Home because it's so neutered. I rewatched the end fight to Spider-Man 1 against the Green Goblin. Dude, he's getting his ass kicked. He's bleeding. His fucking face is bleeding. He's squishing him. It's fucking... The music is out of it. He's beating the shit out of him. His mask is blown off. He's telling him he's going to go kill his woman. It's so good. I think Marvel has lost that edge. They need like more of those fights where you actually fear for the hero. Like I thought Abomination might kill Hulk. Green Goblin might kill Spider-Man. You don't ever think that any of these villains are going to kill these heroes because it's less of holy shit, this is nail biting, and it's more of this is fun, which is something I think Marvel does need to fix. Less fun fights and more nail biting, gripping fights.
Good point. I would definitely like a Spider-Man movie or a Marvel movie with that kind of emotion. Now that you're saying that, and I'm replaying that scene in my head where he's beating the shit out of him and Peter Parker's laying there with half of his mask and he's bleeding. We need some of that. That can be in the MCU and be PG-13. That we need more of that. I don't think parents will mind if they're taking their 6-year-old sons to go see Deadpool. They can take their kids to go see something like that, and that's not near as bad, you know? So Marvel, hey, come on, give us some more of that shit, you know? We need it.
Me and MJ, we're gonna have a hell of a time. Pathetically predictable.
He was great in that movie, man.
Dude, Nerdman, JG, Geek Speak knows this, but I think Spider-Man 1 might be the movie that I can quote more than any movie in history. Even, other than the Avengers, Spider-Man 1, I can quote it all day. I love that movie. It's so bad, but it's so good.
Yeah. Like,
good though. It's more than bad, I think. I know, but it's purposefully trying to be pulpy. So I know what you mean by it's bad. But I think that's what it was trying to do, and I think it does it quite well. So
I mean, it's a I would say it hasn't aged well. It is a product of its time. It is that's what I'm saying right now. Marvel, a lot of the Marvel Studios movies kind of feel like they blend together, like the same director directed it. I want movies that I want it to feel like a Sam Raimi movie. The weird side characters, the editing, the writing. You knew, okay, even if some of it's not good, that's a Sam Raimi movie. It's not like, okay, this guy directed every single one. Like they're starting to all look the same and blend together. And yes, Scuba Steve, my favorite line in any movie ever is, "Yo, he stole that guy's pizza." That is my favorite line in any movie ever, dude. No joke.
No, it's going to be Macho Man Randy Savage's line in that movie.
I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime. Spider-Man tells him, "That's a nice costume. Did your husband get it for you?" So regressive. So regressive. That joke would not fly in today's society.
Hey, do the one where that girl says she's not paying for the pizzas.
Oh, we got
That one's funny.
You late. I'm not paying for those. So many great lines, dude.
It's great.
Dude, Doc Ock fucking drops Aunt May and it pans in his face and he goes, "Butterfingers." Like, it's so cheesy.
That's great.
I love those movies.
That is genius.
Yeah, but man, we just totally just fucking went.
Yeah, we
deep.
went all over the place.
Like,
I don't
had
even remember
another
what we were talking about.
I had another topic to bring up about Green Lantern, but I don't even know if we have time for it. I mean, does anybody care anymore?
I think Finn Wittrock is a good. Oh, right. There was some things you wanted to bring up about the Green Lantern, wasn't there?
I will say this, if we're gonna go into it anyway.
Yeah.
Do you have concerns about his height? I know that's a little nitpick, but a lot of people, when it comes to certain characters like Batman, right? And Jake Gyllenhaal at one time was rumored to possibly be Batman. One complaint was, well, isn't he too short for Batman?
So
like this guy's
who's
like
too short?
5'8", 5'9", or whatever. So do you think that's
about
a problem?
Finn Wittrock, right? Finn Wittrock.
Yeah. He's like 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", something like that.
Well, because he's Guy Gardner, I see Guy Gardner as kind of a Guy Gardner is kind of a big jockey type guy. So I don't know. There are certain characters like Wolverine, Batman. Wolverine, I need him short. I need Batman tall. Guy Gardner, I don't think he's so iconic that it matters how tall he is. So
Yeah,
I don't think it'll be a big thing.
I don't think so. I thought you were talking about you were saying something before we got on stream about it that was quite interesting.
Me?
I know this actor, and I think he's a really good actor.
My All American is phenomenal in that.
He's in that Ratchet show. He's pretty good in the Ratchet show.
I haven't seen him in anything.
He's in that Nurse Ratchet show. He's pretty good in that.
But I will say,
the killer of Versace, the guy who killed Versace.
Oh, I watched.
Oh, yeah.
I watched about 30 minutes of that, and he's like the killer.
No, he's not the killer.
Is he the guy who's trapped?
He's one of the guys who gets killed. Spoiler,
yes.
sorry.
Yes.
He's fantastic in that role. He's really good in that role. He's good in a lot of things.
Yeah.
He's also in The Big Short as well, and he's really good in The Big Short. So I think it's a good choice.
But my whole Nerdman, you were saying my whole thing. What I was talking to you about is, I think he looks like Hal Jordan way more than Guy Gardner. Like, look at him. He's look at his face. He looks like Hal Jordan, man.
Okay,
now, maybe he's a little too short, but he looks just like Hal Jordan. What's up?
Watch him in Ratchet, and then I see him as a Kyle Rayner. Honestly, I think he'd be better as Kyle Rayner for sure. Than Guy Gardner or anything like that.
Kyle Rayner is Asian, dude. You can't do that.
But he's drawn very white.
I thought it was white. I never saw his eyes. I'm sorry.
No,
he does always have a mask.
If he wasn't Green Lantern and Zack Snyder didn't kill him off, he would be a great Dick Grayson too.
Ooh, he would, dude.
He looks like
I think he would.
Oh yeah. I can see that.
He'd be a good Superman.
Too
short. Too small. I don't know.
Too small.
Dude, let me show you guys.
He has a Superman look, but he's too hot.
For my script that no one's ever gonna see. JG Shaolin started to read
good,
my script.
You guys. If he ever gets
I want to see it.
Who's the villain in your script?
You gotta read it. Don't tell him.
No.
I can read it.
Brainiac set up in it, but it's Parasite.
Parasite. Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
So
you got Metamorpho in there or anything like that?
No, I've got Toyman in it.
Oh, yes. I was talking to people about writing my own DC universe, and I said that Toyman or the Mr. MYZ, whatever, I don't know how to say his name.
Mr. Politic.
Yeah, I think those would be really interesting, fun villains for a Superman movie. So I want to read that script. I like that you got Toyman in there. That's interesting.
Hey, JG, everybody. React. This is the guy that I've always thought should be Hal Jordan until I looked up and found out he's only 5'6" and he's too old.
Dude is short.
But no, I'm about to share who I think looks. This guy like is Hal Jordan, but he's like way too short. Fucking Mike Doyle,
dude. Yes.
I saw him in an episode. He's in an episode of Shameless where he's a gay guy, and he's also in the Jersey Boys movie. He looks just like. Yeah, he looks just like Hal Jordan, but he's 5'6", dude. He's so short.
Is he good?
Jersey Boys.
Like, look how short he is. He's just like one of the side guys. I don't know. I've only seen parts of it.
But I mean, most of these actors are like around 5'6" to 5'10".
He's like a serviceable actor. I don't know if he could pull off Hal Jordan. I don't think he could, but he looks the part. Like he looks just like him. I mean, come on, man.
No, he looks the part, definitely.
Look at that jaw, man. Look at that chin.
It's always about the actor. I need to know if he's a good actor first, like otherwise.
So you agree about Gal Gadot? She looks the part, but she's ass. She looks the part, but she sucks.
Why are you doing this? It's Edward Norton, now it's Gal Gadot. Know my opinion on Gal Gadot. I wouldn't have cast her. I've told you this a million times. I actually told him who my casting for Wonder Woman would be at the moment, and I'm sure there's someone better, but I would choose Naomi Scott.
Don't know who that is.
No, she was in Power Rangers. She was in Pink Ranger. She was in Aladdin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he told me that earlier. I'm like, yes, that's great. And I was like, the girl that was in Kingsman, they have the little metal feet or whatever.
Oh, she's a terrible actress as well.
She ain't as bad as Gal Gadot.
She's like Gal Gadot. Like she was in the Mummy movie and Kingsman, and she barely has any lines because she can barely speak English. And she's not that good.
I saw her in the Fahrenheit something whatever with Michael B. Jordan. She was good.
Was she good? I don't know. She wasn't good in the two movies I've seen her in.
In that movie, The New World, I think that might be the first one where she was Pocahontas in that live action kind of serious retelling of Pocahontas. She was good in that.
Well, so
dude,
let's say it. Like who?
My choice to your one. That one's actually better. I really like that choice.
What
if she's a good actress? That's a good choice.
Yeah. So the Green Lantern show. We can end on this. Who would we cast? I mean, I know off the top of our heads, it's hard, but who would we cast as Hal Jordan and John Stewart?
Ooh,
John Stewart. I'm gonna go with Lance Gross.
Let me look him up.
I think Lance Gross would be a pretty decent.
Ooh, okay.
John Stewart.
All right.
His acting is okay. He's pretty good, decent actor. But do you really have to be a great actor to be these guys? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I think it's not as hard to be John Stewart because he's more just like a hard-headed militaristic type, don't take any shit kind of guy. So you could kind of get a subpar actor to be him, but I think Hal Jordan needs a little more of the personality.
Yeah.
So I think they've got an opportunity to make John Stewart more than what he is so far.
Maybe so.
I think that you should get a good actor. With all these superhero things, I think you should get a good actor. I've got a choice.
60 tall,
Lance Gross. What's he in?
He hasn't been in a whole lot of things. He's been a lot of Tyler Perry shit. Like I said, do you have to be a great actor? That's why I said you have to be a great actor. But he has to have a look. Now, the guy that's going to be Hawkman, Black Adam, If he was a Hawkman, I think he would be a great John Stewart.
I was just about to say that. You stole my one. I was going to go look at the guys in One Night from Miami.
John
What's his name?
Krasinski as Hal Jordan.
Pickle.
Can you look at the cast of One Night from Miami? One Night in Miami.
John
There's two
Krasinski is Hal Jordan.
John
Who?
Krasinski is Hal Jordan. No, thank you.
There's two actors.
Aldous
in
Hodge, yeah, that's his name.
Oh, dude,
He would be a great John Stewart.
Aldous Hodge or the guy who played Muhammad Ali. Where's the guy who played
He's
Muhammad
too
Ali?
light skinned. He's too light.
Eli Gore.
Yeah, Eli Gore.
What about Denzel Washington's son?
No.
Hell no, I don't want him touching shit.
I completely agree. He does not. He doesn't have the physicality of the part, and he's too like he's too like Denzel Washington-ish to me. Like he has too much personality to be it.
Even Denzel said that his daughter is a better actor than he is, than his son is. So I mean that should say it all.
Denzel Washington said his daughter's a better actor.
Denzel Washington and the guy that whatever his name is, he even said it. That his dad told him that Denzel's daughter is a better actor than that the son is. Yeah.
Wait, I don't understand what you
Go
just
look
said.
look it up. He did an interview about it. He said
Did
I'm
Denzel
trying to think who would be
say
good.
his daughter is a better actor than his son? Is that
John
what you're
David
saying?
Washington. Yeah.
So Denzel Washington said this.
Yeah.
Oh
According
wow.
to John David Washington, he said his dad said that.
Oh wow, that's cruel.
Man, I honestly,
I mean, he was cool in Tenet, but I mean,
he was cool in Tenet. I liked him in Tenet.
he was good in Black Klansman too. He was good.
I don't like that movie.
Yeah,
He was good.
Black
Adam
Klansman
Driver was
is
better.
one of those conflicting movies to me where I like it, but I don't.
Adam Driver is the better performance in that movie.
Yeah.
Well, the whole movie is just preposterous, isn't it? Though, like,
Well, I mean, it's based on real life, so I mean, it's
I know, but some real life stories just don't need to be told. Like, it's so stupid. Why he didn't even copy his voice? John
dude,
David.
he's almost.
Or the other way around. They just had two different voices. He's on the phone. Why would you
just get
why not
Tom
just
Cruise
get-
to play both roles and call it a day?
Yeah,
Never.
that's what they should have done. Honestly, it's like it's really stupid, that movie, because you're like, why doesn't Adam Driver just take over on the phone? Why would you risk having different voices? Anyway, doesn't matter.
I don't think. Well, see, that movie don't matter anyway. But Hal Jordan is kind of hard for me. I can't really. I know Tom Cruise was the popular one for a while.
Oh, I was joking with the Tom Cruise thing.
Oh, okay.
You don't think Tom Cruise would be good as Hal Jordan?
No, I mean that
No.
was a popular fan casting.
Hell
I
no.
don't want it, but that's popular.
No.
Maybe
I don't think
Army Hammer, but considering all that shit going on in his real life, I don't know.
Army Hammer.
Armie Hammer would be okay.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Considering
Take away
what's going on in
take
his
away
real
the
life.
alleged flesh eating. Hell yeah, baby.
But that's just something you can't ignore, you know.
I know. I have my whole Justice League cast written down somewhere. Fuck,
I think I got it.
who did I have?
What
as
about James Marsden?
Sam Coughlin.
What, JG
James
who?
Marsden is a bit flavorless.
Sam Coughlin.
He's
doesn't
kind of
know.
young. Honestly, I could see him as a Wally West though.
You know who should be Barry Allen?
So,
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, baby. He is the Flash.
No.
Yes.
huh.
Yes, nerd
I
man.
wouldn't
Yes.
be mad at
We have
it.
a blonde-haired Flash or a red-haired Flash. Can we finally have one if we're gonna get?
He'll wear a
Well, we
that's
got a
one-
black hair.
that's
Barry.
wear a
I don't
wig.
think the hair matters.
Dude, Joseph Gordon-Levitt will wear a wig and he'll look good in it, and he is the Flash to me.
All right, fair enough. I wouldn't say he'd be terrible, but like no.
I
And then who was it? I think Nikolai Coster-Waldau, Jamie Lannister. He could pull off Hal Jordan if he could do the accent, but I don't know, man. He has a really big nose. It's hard to get past that.
He would have been an excellent James Bond back in the day.
Who?
If they wanted to take over from Daniel Craig, he would have been a sick James Bond.
Who's
Like
that?
the first 2 seasons, Jamie Lannister from, is it Jamie Lannister?
Yeah. Nikolai Walster Colder. He has like 3 names. I don't know. Nikolai.
Yeah. From Game
I
of
think
Thrones.
he should be Dr. Doom. Period.
Yes.
No, Michael Fassbender is Dr. Doom.
Well, yeah, but we're not gonna get that.
We probably won't, but we probably won't get the other one either.
Michael
Let's be
Fassbender should be
realistic.
Michael Fassbender should, and fucking Kevin Feige, if you're watching this stream, I know you are. He
That
should
would
be
be-
Dr. Doom.
That would be
Magneto.
the best casting ever.
He should be Reed Richards. He should be Sue Storm. Fucking the Human Torch. He should be Ben Grimm. He should be all of them, baby. I want Michael Fassbender to be my daddy.
No, that guy that JG was talking about earlier, though, he could be. I could see him as Johnny Storm.
Who's that? Oh, Sam Coughlin.
Yeah. I could see him as a Barry Allen, or not Barry. I could see him as a Wally West or Marvel. I could see him as Human Torch. I think he'd be good in either one of those roles.
Right now,
how old should Hal Jordan be?
I think the perfect age
Late
for Hal
20s.
Jordan. Dude, Hal Jordan, I like a good
28.
30. I like a good 34-year-old Hal Jordan. Right in
Okay.
the midst of his prime, 34, 35. And I think Jon Stewart should be a little younger, maybe 31.
What about Bradley Cooper?
Oh, as Hal Jordan, yes.
I don't like that.
If he wasn't Rocket Raccoon as Hal Jordan, yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
forgot about that.
aside from that, I don't really think
He's a good actor. I just can't see him. His face just doesn't look right for that.
Ooh, I know who the pickle wants as Hal Jordan. He wants Eden
Tyler Perry.
No, you want Eden. You want Steve Harvey. Come on.
Edward Norton.
Aiden guy, the one from the Han Solos, the Han Solos.
Alden Richenhike, whatever.
Yeah,
No thanks.
Yeah, we know you want him.
Look, right now to end this stream,
Yeah.
let's cast ourselves in the Justice League.
Okay.
Oh, no, just
Cast ourselves?
okay, no. Just any DC character. Who are we? I'm trying to think who we are.
I think I'd either be Blue Beetle or Beast Boy.
Damn, putting yourself in a box right there, man.
I'm
Or
Black
who?
Adam.
Or
Give
who?
me Black Adam. I want to be
Which Blue
anti
Beetle
kind of.
or-
I think I could be Blue Beetle or Beast Boy.
Philosophical Pickles, definitely the Flash.
I think I'm Hal Jordan. I'm
I
Hal
think
Jordan, baby.
He's the Joker.
He could be the Joker as well. He could be
He's the Joker. He's the
I'm
Joker
Harley
all the
Quinn,
way.
baby. No, genuinely, I think Nerdman is Martian Manhunter. I think Geek
I can
Speak.
see that actually.
I think Geek Speak. Geek Speak is the guy in Batman vs Superman who lost his legs and he's mad at Superman.
Wow. The insult.
He's Scarecrow, bro.
Throwing haymakers.
Jonathan Crane. He could be Jonathan Crane, dude.
All right,
I could see
so
that.
Geek, you are Scarecrow. I think
No.
JG. Yeah, you're not Scarecrow.
With
JG.
that white moustache, with that villainous light.
I'm Robbie Reyes. I am Blue Beetle.
Yeah. I can see you as Blue
He's
Beetle.
not even my favorite. I could be Firestorm. I could
Dude.
be either of those. I'm
JG Shaolin is Darkseid. Darkseid or the
Hell
Kingpin.
fucking yes.
Or the Kingpin.
Ooh.
Gotta go Marvel here.
I'll take it.
Or Hellcat.
And the Nerdman
I'll take that.
is. Hey, guys, breaking news from the MCU. I'm just getting this in from my sources. They are bringing Luke Cage to the screen, and it is the Nerdman. He has nipples of steel, indestructible nipples, and a great smile.
I preferred Martian Manhunter, honestly.
All right.
No,
Any last thoughts on the crazy whirlwind of topics that we just went on?
Yeah.
Anybody have any last?
Shit stained red wine.
We had a really interesting take on Guy Gardner, though. Like, it was like you guys were hating on the fact that Guy Gardner, that was it. Can you tell me this? Sorry, this one thing I really want to know this because
Yeah, what's up?
in the description you read of the Guy Gardner character, it said that he's a gay, which he is in the comics.
Alan Scott is gay.
Alan Scott.
Oh, but isn't he? They're making Guy Gardner gay, right?
No, he's very into women.
Like football guy.
Oh, so this guy isn't playing the gay guy?
No, he's playing the prototypical alpha male, is what it says.
Oh, cool. So Alan Scott is going to be playing. He's going to be partnered up with him.
No, it said that. Okay, so let me read the synopsis. It said it's gonna be different decades.
Okay.
Green Lantern reinvents the DC property through a story spanning decades, beginning in 1941 with Green Lantern Alan Scott, gay FBI agent, and then going to 1984 with cocky alpha male Guy Gardner and half alien Bree Jarda. So I guess it's going to be like a few episodes or maybe one episode per Green Lantern, and then maybe are they gonna come together to fight Sinestro? Like, is Hal Jordan gonna come in? A lot of questions here.
I don't like that Guy Gardner is going to be older than Hal Jordan and John Stewart. I think that's kind of weird.
But why do we think he is?
Because the timeline. Obviously, if they're going to do Hal Jordan and John Stewart, they would have to do him, or they should do him in a more modern like time. And they're doing Guy Gardner. Well, it looks like, didn't you say the 1980s or something? So
yeah,
that would be I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, he does seem like he's a little younger. I don't mind it. I'm not a huge Guy Gardner guy. I'm more of a Hal Jordan. I'm more of a Hal Jordan boy.
Well, I'm interested to see what they do, and if it's HBO, then I'm more interested than if it's CW. So that's one thing. But the one thing I wanted to know was, it did say that somebody was hiding being gay.
He's a secretly gay FBI agent, Alan Scott.
Okay, so my only thing is, I hope they're not trying to say he's secretly gay within the Green Lantern Corps. If he's secretly gay in the 1940s and he's an FBI agent, fine. If he goes to the Green Lantern Corps and he's still trying to hide being gay,
that's ridiculous, because the Green Lantern Corps takes all shapes and sizes. Fucking squid people, clouds, squirrels, gay, black, white. They take fucking people made of rocks, like anybody. As long as you have the willpower, fucking hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about the will. That's all they care about. So that would be a bullshit. Like, that would be when you guys are talking about putting political messages and shit. That would be putting political messages and shit that don't need to be there.
So I think he's gonna be a secretly gay man, and like just in his life, and then he's gonna find the ring and become a superhero. There's no way they're gonna do that, because the Green Lantern take anybody who has the willpower.
Right, exactly. And there's planets where like being gay is normal, like, even, you know what I'm saying?
I've always seen Sinestro as kind of gay. He has that kind of frilly lily kind of like stance to him, like this regal kind of gay. Sinestro. I am Sinestro with my little mustache.
He's got a daughter, though.
I got a big head and a little mustache. I'm Sinestro. Hell yes, he's one of my favorite villains.
He's great. But yeah, no, I mean, you as you were saying about Sinestro, he's like a little bit, whatever. But I imagine there are planets where like all kinds of sexualities kind of are the norm on their planet. So I just don't see that as being sensible. But hopefully that's not what they're doing. Maybe I'm just reading into it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not exactly hopeful for it. I want Hal Jordan in some capacity. Don't let what happened with Ryan Reynolds scar you guys. Come on, that was fucking 10 years ago now. Like, you got it wrong one time. Okay, just redo it. Do it again. Fucking Chris Evans. That's not the same thing. Never mind. I was gonna say Chris Evans went from being the Human Torch to Captain America, but it's kind of different because it was one actor playing two roles. This is different actors playing one role, but still the same concept. Like Chris Evans, he reinvented himself. Reinvent Hal Jordan. Just make it comic accurate, and we'll eat it up. We will suck it into our fat mouths. Like,
say what you really want to say.
I mean, apparently, according to JG, all Halle Berry does is show her tits, suck dick, and fuck. So I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
Worthy performance. Just that scene. That scene alone.
I want Jon Stewart to be. I want him to. Let's get into this. To end the stream, I want to see Jon Stewart come up on Hal Jordan, and I want him to put his sweaty hands on him. And say, "It's been a long day fighting the Sinestro Corps, buddy. I'm sweating hard. You want to get these clothes off? Let's get this uniform off." And he starts rubbing on him, and Hal Jordan goes, "I want to feel good. Make me feel good." And then I want fucking Pussy Talk by City Girls to play, and I want it to be this epic moment where I'm just invested. That's all I want. WB, come on. Brokeback Mountain Green Lanterns
with
Right.
red wine shit on the bed.
Red rum, red wine shit. that was the real villain of The Shining. Red shit.
This is probably a good place as any.
Yeah, guys, this has been really fun. I'm Philosophical Pickle. Seriously, guys, like and subscribe if you want. Subscribe to the Nerd Man over at Hot Takes Tuesdays. Give it a plug, buddy.
Oh, I thought that was the plug.
Keep it going. Give more about yourself.
Same kind of geek shit, and we have these kind of epic conversations about lots of comic book movie stuff and other geek shit as well. So yeah, do join.
Geek Speak down there. What's up with your channel, man?
Video games, anime, shit like this. We'll go off on a rant on a lot of DC stuff, or a lot of love when it comes to Marvel, Star Wars, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, all kinds of nerdy things, Dungeons and Dragons, whatever kind of shit like that. Like,
you really love as well. I know that. Like you really have it's a dedicated part on your channel to how good Shazam is, right?
Yeah, I have a video coming out here pretty soon. It's going to be about how it's the best film of its time. It's underrated, and we all need to look to that movie
to better our lives.
Exactly.
You've consistently disappointed us.
Okay. JG, where can we find you, man? Can we find you? Are you incognito?
I am incognito. I'm just here to share knowledge and say some of the most outlandish shit I can think of off the top of my head. Everybody, whoever's watching, please like, subscribe, and share to these guys because they are three of the hardest working guys on YouTube. Spreading this geek culture, diversity, you know it, man. They're doing it.
Full face life.
I appreciate that, but Jay, I will say right now, Jay, I'm calling him out as a damn liar. We do not work hard.
I did say outlandish shit.
We don't work hard, but we try to entertain, guys. I'm Philosophical Pickle. Right here, Philosophical Pickle on YouTube. I talk about comic books, superheroes. I fucking draw shit. I do skits, whatever. Just if you like nerdy stuff, if you like movies, superheroes, subscribe to all of us because that'd be cool, man. And hey, let's end it right here. And like I always say, until next time, peace out, guys.
Peace.
Hello.